podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm hustling.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you ready? TheBoxingVoice.com. Welcome to Las Vegas, baby. We taking over.
Ness Heyman.
Mr. Vegas, you are Mr. Las Vegas.
I get in every fucking shit. They want me there.
TBV presents a ring walk with Danny.
Ring Walk Danny. Daniel.
Owen Bama, only in America.
Because I fight for the people. I go for you and you and you. All these beautiful kids is here.
We turning TBV into the Hot 9-7 of boxing.
Keep talking from Vegas.
You already know if it's a big fight, I'm pulling up. Chicago, we in here.
Man.
From the cotton fields of Alabama to the casinos of Las Vegas. Mama, I made it.
We up early, baby. The grind don't stop. Gilly the Kid ain't gonna be the only one around here doing big shit.
You are now locked into the Boxing Voice live from Las Vegas with Nesta Gibbs and Ring Walk Danny. This message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you ready? TheBoxingVoice.com. Welcome to Las Vegas, baby. We taking over.
Ness Heyman.
Mr. Vegas, you are Mr. Las Vegas.
I get in every fucking shit. They want me there.
TBV presents a ring walk with Danny.
Ring Walk Danny. Daniel.
Owen Bama, only in America.
Because I fight for the people. I go for you and you and you. All these beautiful kids is here.
We turning TBV into the Hot 9-7 of boxing.
Keep talking from Vegas.
You already know if it's a big fight, I'm pulling up. Chicago, we in here.
Man.
From the cotton fields of Alabama to the casinos of Las Vegas. Mama, I made it.
We up early, baby. The grind don't stop. Gilly the Kid ain't gonna be the only one around here doing big shit.
You are now locked into the Boxing Voice live from Las Vegas with Nesta Gibbs and Ring Walk Danny. This message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you ready? TheBoxingVoice.com. Welcome to Las Vegas, baby. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back and good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs, and today we are here to discuss Canelo and Tank both having historic events, respectfully, when they fought. Obviously, Tank April 22nd here in Las Vegas. Canelo this Saturday, past Saturday, in Guadalajara, Mexico. Both historic events, both things that are in the history books. Canelo taking 50,000 electric fans to Guadalajara, and Tank and Ryan doing their damn thing, coming in at number 4 highest gate. But the question remains amongst fans, the debate on every street corner is, who's really the face of boxing. And it's been a debate that's been bleeding into our shows here daily. You know, guys are calling in to discuss this, to debate this. So we got the show, and we're going to debate it. We're going to ask our community, who is the face of boxing? Is it Canelo Alvarez? Is it Tank Davis? Is it Ryan Garcia? There's an argument for Ryan out there. Is it AJ, who has done very well in this sport? You know? Is it Ryan Garcia that brought in the masses? You know, some say that Gervonta Tank Davis never made it to those pay-per-view numbers until he got in there with Ryan Garcia. So we got a few options here. 4 options to be exact. We're asking you who you think is the face of boxing. This is what we're discussing. And if this doesn't go long because, you know, it's, I don't know, just a debate, we'll be back because I got other shit on the tuck. You feel me? But you know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1. One time, voice your opinion. Twitter Spaces is open. Our show line is open. And Discord is open. So if you want to call in and give us your debate, your opinion, you know, as to who you believe is the face of boxing, please do so. But when you come on over, whether that be via phone or youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility. It's going to put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans, letting them know, you know, we talking boxing here daily, and daily, okay? So we got a Modern King Boxing $2 super sticker of a thumbs up. So shout out to Modern King Boxing. They not only hit the thumbs up, but sent in a super sticker thumbs up. So, you know, that should be telling you guys to go ahead and do the same. We got Israel Cano, $2 super chat. He says, let me open that up. And if you haven't already done so, smash that thumbs up. He says, this shouldn't be a question. It's still Canelo. Yet it is a question. I'm telling you, I had a show yesterday, and that's all people were calling in, was to debate as to whether or not, you know, Tank is now the face of boxing simply because Canelo is quote unquote slipping based off last performance. So, you know, that's kind of what has been tossed around here, you know. But let's open up these phone lines. We read off 3 reviews, 2 5-star reviews yesterday and 1 2-star, you know, so we will improve. Hopefully we'll get that, you know, to be all 5 stars. On Twitter Spaces, let me know if you guys are hearing me good, or do I need to disconnect and reconnect? I feel like I should just do it anyway, but I don't want to. Let me get a couple thumbs up in there if we're good, and maybe a couple retweets, you know what I'm saying? Some retweets are always good to get that space out there.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Yes, sir. And if you haven't already done so, come on over and subscribe. Right now, we're at 168,550. So we're definitely on the hunt for that 170,000. I got Leonard Sterling. He says, face of boxing. Oh, man, the super just flew by me. Hold on. He says, face of boxing in USA, every market are different. Well, that's the argument, right? Is AJ still a face of boxing because he is in multiple markets? You know, he is in a lot of different international markets, just not that American market, but he's in other markets, right? So same thing for Canelo. He's in a lot of different markets. So, who is truly the face of boxing? I think it's up for debate. Phone lines are open. Twitter space is open. Discord is open. It is on you how you want to call in. And you can do that. We're going to take callers right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put faith in you. I'm not gonna hold the phone lines back because we don't have a certain amount of thumbs up. I'm gonna put faith in you and believe that you're gonna get those thumbs up where they need to be so that the algorithm can finally do its job and help us get in the eyes of other boxing fans so we can finally get that million subscribers. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I ain't dead because you ain't share my shit. You hear me? But let's do it. Abraham in El Paso, what's up?
What's up, bro? Good morning.
Good
So,
morning.
what are the criteria to be called the face of boxing? What are we looking at?
I don't have
exactly,
any
bro?
criteria, man. I'm simply here to be the vessel to give you guys the platform, to say
Yeah,
why
'cause
you
what,
believe who is the face because I wasn't talking about this, but this is it's something that just kept forcing itself into the show.
it's because I feel like the criteria are different for every boxer when it comes to their fan base, bro. Because
What's your
I feel
criteria?
like it should be consistent with the pay-per-view sales, the opponents as well. They have to be, pretty good. And market everywhere, dog. It's not like Tank is doing his shit, but Tank's doing it differently. He's picking off the right people. When I say that, is like the Ryan thing.
I mean, but some would
If
say
you
that
look at his
Canelo
record,
did that. Some would say that Angulo is the right people, you know? Some would say
Angulo.
that Khan is the right people.
Oh no, for sure they were the right people. But I'm saying I think they were more accomplished than any of the fighters that Tank has boxed recently. And then I don't know. I don't really get into the topic of the face of boxing, bro. It's crazy because, like I said, everybody has a different criteria when it comes to their favorite boxer. Because we bash Canelo because supposedly he ducks and he doesn't fight these and those fighters, and then we're praising Tank for fucking knocking out Ryan and beating the shit out of Rolly. That makes no sense, bro.
Nah, I hear you,
I
champ.
really don't think. Yeah, I don't go. I don't have a face of boxing. I just enjoy that shit. If you can bring the masses to the sport, then I think it's better for the sport. It doesn't matter who it is. I think someone yesterday called and said, "Why can't there be more than one?" Because if there's more than one, then that means that the sport is really popping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's all I got for today, bro.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. And if you're watching this on YouTube, come on over. Smash that thumbs up. Don't be stingy. Don't hit me with, yo, I'm driving, I'm busy, all that craziness. Nah, 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 nah. Smash my thumbs up. Let's get the algorithm popping. We got a $2 super chatty. Blue Blood said Ryder got stopped 9, so didn't watch. Mad emoji. Okay. I mean, again, he probably was making a prediction, bruv. That's all I could think of. But show line, if you want to call in, discuss who's the face of boxing. Give us your criteria. We have none. We're just the platform, I tried to do a show on Canelo yesterday, looking amazing. In my opinion, pitching a shutout, maybe 10-2, arguably 11-1. And instead of being celebrated, he was ridiculed, criticized, said he looked washed. People wanted him to contemplate retirement and kept interjecting Tank into the conversation as the new face of boxing because of Canelo's performance and decline, quote unquote. I see none. That being said, we're going to go to the phone lines in a bit. Looks like Ringwalk Danny's here wearing that Enrique line. If you want that Enrique, I got that one. That one is fire. You can pick that up at boxingfanapparel.store, I think.
Yeah, I think it is dot store.
Store.
But if not, Fight Talk on Instagram. You could heat them up.
Heat him up. Heat him up. But what's good with you, Danny?
Man, all is great, bro.
Good to hear that.
Sorry I'm a little late. But yeah, bro, all is good. Can't complain. I had a great Sunday, bro. Truth be told,
Shout
I
out
had a
to your
great
Sunday.
Sunday. First and foremost, Saturday was phenomenal. Had a good time.
That's true.
Shout out to Fernando Vargas and the Vargas dynasty for coming through. Shout out to Andy Ruiz and the former unified heavyweight champion of the world for coming through. Shout out to Maricela Cornejo for coming through.
Word.
Obviously, we had Cuba in the building.
You all over her page. I'm super duper jealous. You don't really care about me, and it's all good. I'm not gonna be in my feelings. I just seen her post this morning because I'm always working, and I'm like, oh wow, look at Danny. And you know what? I said, yo, Ness, don't say it, but I'm gonna say it, bro. Everybody in that picture was Mexican. I think y'all did some funny shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
So in reality, what occurred was we doing a show. Danny Ringwalk, fat ass, y'all wanted to eat. I wanted to eat, so I go eat. I come back. Ness like, yo, main event next. I'ma go eat, right? So Ness goes eat. And while he eats, that's when everybody was arriving, right? So Ness like, yo, he come back. He like, yo, I got a picture with Andy. I got a picture with Maricela. I got a picture with so-and-so. I'm like, oh, all right, Chad, that's what's up. So then we go smoke. Hardin break, you know what I'm saying? Go check out Hardin and over the 130 flavors that they have on display. We was puffing on one of them. So we step outside for a Hardin break. When we go back inside, I'm like, yo, before I hop on the show, let me go say what's up to my people. I go say what's up to the Vargas family. I'm like, yo, let's get this picture. Andy was right there. He hop in. And then Maricela like, yo.
All I'm saying is
y'all
right
look fly.
there.
She like, y'all look
right
fly.
there
Let
was
me
the
jump
time
in.
to be like, yo, Ness.
You was
Feel
all
me?
bro. You was. I don't know where you was
Yeah,
at.
no,
You know what
I
mean?
hear you. I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Yo, hey, shout out to the community though, because I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, Maricela and I were not following each other, right?
What?
So
I mean, who do you follow,
no,
right?
I
You
follow
mad
everybody.
bougie.
So
You mad
look,
bougie.
so look, I said we wasn't following each other,
Exactly.
right?
You
So-
wasn't following her.
So
she been following since you
Nah.
did the interview in Sticky.
Nah, she just followed me yesterday.
Lies, rumors, and lies.
Look, what that say?
lies,
9 hours
lies,
ago.
rumors, and lies.
9 hours ago, right? So then I'm like, yeah. So people in the community was like, tag Ringwalk Danny, the boxing voice for life. And they was, just tagging me and shit. So, I just liked the comment, and then I commented, good to see you, champ. You know what I mean? So then she followed me back, and then she tagged me. She like went back, edited the post, and tagged me. So shout out to the champ.
Word,
That
word.
was dope.
But phone lines are open. Phone lines are open if you want to call in and voice your opinion. We're also having a guest in about 10 minutes. Heather Hardy.
The Heat.
The Heat. She's fighting Amanda Serrano, correct?
August 6th, Dallas, Texas.
Dallas. Wow, they going 2 New Yorkers going to Dallas. That's my first question. How they feel about that? I mean, obviously, you can't be mad as a champ and a contender, a title challenger. You want to fight outside of your hometown, but I do feel like, whoa, this could have been a hometown big fight in Brooklyn, New York, anywhere. But if you want to ask Heather, the Heat, a question, all you got to do is become a Patreon or remember at the prospect level. We're doing that on the prospect level, so feel free to ask her a question. Keep it clean. Don't get banned. Don't get yourself banned. You know what I'm saying? Don't get yourself banned. But yeah, man, ask her a question. She's got a big fight, an opportunity for undisputed, is it? Or are they fighting? Wait, because I want to, I know Danny does the research.
Yeah, no, featherweight.
Featherweight.
Yeah, 1-2-6-4. Amanda's undisputed crown.
1-2-6-4. Well, bet we're gonna get these phone lines
and
going.
Just to provide some background, when they fought the first time, that was at featherweight as well. So
cool. I
Yo,
got
Nez, Danny, you
Big
hear me?
Boss. What
What
up?
up? What up?
Yeah, man, make the call quick. To be honest, like a caller had said yesterday, it's more than one face of boxing, just like in every other sport. You know what I'm saying? But if you got to go with the top dog in the sport, it's obviously Canelo. It shouldn't be no argument about it. It's just like in the NBA, it's plenty of faces over there, but the main face is LeBron. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that in certain type of sports. And with Canelo,
I
man,
mean,
like
do
I was
y'all
saying
use
yesterday.
that phrase in basketball? Like face of I don't think y'all use that.
I mean,
Not
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 rip, but I
not the
mean like the face of
face,
the NBA.
but
Yeah, but
but
like the biggest NBA
like
player,
yo,
it'll be Bron.
anybody and people know, bro. I'm a Bulls fan, so I grew up on LeBron whooping our ass, right? He was in Cleveland all them
Yeah,
years, in Miami all them years. I grew up on LeBron whooping the Bulls ass. That being said, though, bro, I can't sit here and not say LeBron ain't the face of the NBA. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
But then you'll have some old heads be like, "Oh, Jordan's still the face, like Floyd is the face." So it just, you feel me? It's all depending on your era and who you like, pretty much, who you just think the biggest is, in my opinion. But like you brought it up, well, I brought it up actually yesterday, man. I see the decline in Canelo, and before he already, like I said, before you hit that wall, I think he should pull some Andre Ward type shit and just hang it up. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he anywhere near being done, like I just said, but I don't think he beat any of the top guys anymore,
well,
especially Bivol
if you saying
and
pull some Andre
Benavidez.
Ward shit,
No,
if
I know he beat. I know you feel. I know about the super sits and all
no,
that
no, no,
shit,
no, no,
but
no, no,
I'm
no,
saying,
no. I'm saying,
like,
think about
yeah.
Ward, champ. Think about Ward. If he pulls some Andre Ward shit, that mean he going for Benavidez, not one time but twice.
Nah, I mean, but if you look at Kovalev, I mean, shit, real, a lot of people thought he lost the first fight, and
And
then the second fight, you feel it's arguable because shit, I don't think he hit him with some low blows,
I
but you got hella people who say he hit him with some low blows and then
look, let me
ended it
tell you.
early.
Go
I
back,
mean,
go back. Hold on.
whether he landed them shits or not, he certainly made Kovalev aware that he could be hit in the family jewels. That
Well,
shit, bro. He targeted, man. He was bent down. And listen, Ward has
Yeah.
been dirty. You know, people just afraid to say it. If you go back and watch Sakio Bika versus Ward, you go back and watch Allen Green versus Ward. Bro, I hated Ward in the beginning. I fucking hated him.
I can't talk about those fights, bro. But you go back and watch the
He was
rematch.
clinch. He was a
Nah,
clinch master.
look, go back
Clinch
and
and hit.
go
Clinch and hit.
go back and watch the rematch. You gonna see me ringside sitting next to Kathy Duva,
Mm.
bro. Ward was fucking him up in the
Yeah,
rematch.
that's the rematch.
You know, I don't think he was
Yeah,
dirty.
facts.
I thought they was good body shots. And
I
But yeah,
mean,
I mean,
shit.
yeah, I remember. Yeah, for my time right now, it's like with Roy, man, when he after he fought Dawson and fought Tarver, it's like how hella people was like, yo, man, you starting to, you feel me? Like it's getting that time. Don't even stay out there before Benavidez knock your motherfucking head off, bro. Go on.
Champ, that's the bell. Champ, that's the bell. Discord, SDX Renzi, what it do?
Shout out to y'all, bro. Ness, Danny.
What
How
up?
y'all
What up?
doing, man?
man,
Chillin'.
sensational.
Hey, I see y'all going crazy with the fight parties, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. Like I said, y'all own studio on the way, man.
Let's
But
go.
as far as the face of boxing, I'm sticking to what I'm always gonna say, man. I feel like the face and it's the face. You got the face of boxing, like the one guy said. So we can give that to Canelo because his numbers and his people gonna show up. You know, he got the Mexican fan base. They gonna pop out. If y'all want to get him that, cool. Tank, he the pay per view man. I ain't gonna lie. Like
He the
I
guy
feel like
right now.
I don't know. Maybe Canelo do more pay per views than him, but I feel like it's still something that's building. Tank, if he hasn't had it, it's like every time he does better than his last time.
Mm.
So, huh?
I think the biggest thing is this, right? We gotta realize the biggest thing is I think right now Canelo's still the face. He's the most recognizable. You get what I'm saying? Like anywhere in the world he go. But
Yeah.
I think right now Tank just the guy right now. Sorry. we'll try to get back to you. But nah, man. I mean, right now, Tank has the momentum coming off the big event,
That was my fault.
buzzing.
I did some
Over
bullshit.
over a million pay-per-views on the event, whatever. But man, it's hard for me to accept. Like, bro, you just gotta. It. I think it really just depends on what you value. You know what I'm saying? Again, LeBron ain't the best player in the league right now. Shit, he might not even be the best player on the Lakers right now. Anthony Davis just put up 30 and 20 the other night. That being said, he's still the face. He's the most recognizable person. I felt that Canelo. I told my brother, man. My brother sent me some shit, and he's like, oh, it's dope he won, and I'm like, it's dope he won. It's sad that I feel like it's coming to an end though. Not so much that he's gonna lose or he done. I just think that he is slowing down. I think that certain things that we used to see, the upper body movement ain't the same. I feel like he ain't throwing in combinations as much. Um, but I still think he the face of the sport, man. Still think he's the face of the sport. He had a phenomenal turnout in Guadalajara. The people came out full support. Um, I mean, if the stadium could have held another 20, 30,000, I'm sure it would have sold. Uh, so that was one of those events that I wish I could have been a part of. Not because of how big the fight was, but because, he probably ain't gonna do it again. So that being said, who is gonna take me
Why
to
y'all keep acting like he retiring?
I'm not acting like he's retiring. I'm just, I'm acting like he doesn't fight at home that often. So, for me to go to Mexico to see a fight with 50,000 plus, the last time that was done before Canelo was probably
Why?
Chavez Senior.
Why
So
didn't you go though? Like, yo, Constantine was there, Marcos. I seen Hot Boxing Minute. A
yeah,
lot
no,
of people.
shout out to them, bro.
A lot of people. I figured, even the community figured you go. Yo, I
I mean,
asked.
the community definitely figured I would have been at Tank Ryan. I wasn't there, and that shit was up the street. So,
Yeah, I mean, but that's because
Mexico's a
you.
lot more
You see,
difficult.
this is the weird part about you. Like, you bring up Tank Ryan as if you didn't have a fight party, right? To do.
No, no, no. I'm just saying.
This one you didn't have anything till last minute. We got this other thing last minute, but we got 1 minute till we get Heather Heat. The Heat. But go ahead, fill it in while I send her
No,
the
no,
link.
no. I'm just saying, like, bro, just you know what I'm saying? It's difficult to be able to. It ain't just like, oh, why wasn't you there? You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not just
I'm
is it
just saying you
difficult.
didn't really talk about it. Usually when you want to go somewhere, you hit me up and we talk, and you like, yo, this one is, and we talk. You know how it is, but you
I
didn't
mean,
really.
what the fuck was
you
I
didn't
gonna
really
tell you, champ?
push.
This is the biggest fight ever. No, and it's not. Like, I wasn't gonna tell you.
No, but all right. I
No,
mean,
no,
I'm
no.
not trying to get you upset. I
No,
sent Heather the
I'm
link
just saying
anyway,
I wasn't
so
gonna tell you like, hey bro, I wanna go knowing I can't make that money back. Like I wasn't gonna get no footage that was gonna be worth the money. Me wanting to go, that was just like the fan side of it because we get to experience bro, like in your years, you ain't never seen nobody do those numbers in Mexico. 12
no, that was
years.
beautiful. That's what I was saying. That's why I said both Tank and Canelo both had historic events.
Absolutely.
But let me see. I last stopped off on a super sticker. I went to Israel and I went to Leonard Boxing. We did. I got A Zap Sam. He said, "What's that Dominican girl boxer you posted?"
Who'd you post? Leonardo too?
No. He's talking about Diana Dinaminta. I gotta find it. Let me find it on the laptop. I'll get to it ASAP Zam. We got Raider Reaper. $2 super chat. He says, "Big mad when Canelo versus Ryder wins fight of the year." Could that win fight of the year?
Nah, fuck no.
Andre Ward's biggest fan, $65 Sri Lankan. Canelo needs to fight a slick black boxer like Ryan Garcia. Hector Garcia, Rolly Romero, and Isaac Cruz. The fucking yo, he's so sarcastic. It's the Heat.
Hi there.
How are you, champ?
I'm doing very well, and yourself?
I'm good. Do you have any headphones in the area so that we
She
don't get
wearing
that?
them.
Oh, you are wearing them?
I have headphones in. I'm sorry, I'm at the gym.
Yeah, I don't think they're connected though.
This.
Can
Okay,
you
hold
hear
on.
us?
Nah, there's no way they're connected. I hear all the pad work.
Oh.
But
Let me
we
get
are
the.
while you double check the settings. If not, we'll deal with it. Um, we are joined with Heather the Heat Hardy. She's gonna be taking on Amanda Serrano, and that's gonna be happening in Dallas of all places, Heather. So I wanted to get you on, obviously, because I'm like, I'm telling my co-host, like, I'm sure all fighters want to travel and fight around the world as world champions, but this is a fight that, I feel like the tri-state area would have appreciated tremendously. Am I wrong about that? Uh-oh.
Oh snap. Bear with us as we trying to get Heather Hardy back.
Yeah.
Might have had some technical difficulties
I
there.
should have sent that message. When we had Brandon, he would tell them, please try to have headphones on. I forgot to say that. You feel me? Totally forgot that.
But if you are tuned in, make sure to smash that like button as we are trying to get Heather the Heat Hardy, who faces Amanda Serrano August 5th in
Champ,
I'm
Dallas,
we
sorry,
got
Texas.
Zima.
you.
I'm having problems with my headphones.
No worries, no
That sounds
worries. Did you
better.
hear my question or no?
No, I didn't. I'm so sorry. I heard you say about being in Texas,
Yes, your
August 5th.
thoughts. Your thoughts. Obviously, the first fight was in New York at the Garden, and now you guys are running it back. Both being from New York, we just feel this would be a great fight in the tri-state area. How's it feel to take it back to Dallas, though?
I mean, it's strange, right? We're both from New York. We're huge ticket sellers, but I'm just grateful to be able to be a part of a tremendous card at this stage in my career. Like I feel like I did so much groundwork for women's boxing, and now the girls are making money, and I'm just kind of sitting here like, what? I gotta have at least one big show, right?
On that note, there are critics that feel like you don't deserve this and that maybe you are too past your prime. What do you say to those people, and how do you reassure your fans that are fans of yours that, you still got one more in you?
I mean, look, my fans are my fans. I don't have to reassure nobody. And so everyone saying I don't deserve it, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on my name. I've been running through this game for a long time. And if you can't look at my resume and tell me that I don't deserve this shot, then you ain't shit. That's how I feel. You don't know shit about boxing. You don't know where I've been, what I've done, how tough I am. I ain't your mama's 40. I might be older than most, but I I ain't your mama's 40. I promise you that.
Plenty still left in the tank.
But you believe you deserve it based off being one of the first females, to be kind of in this sport. Like, you just haven't gotten your opportunity at the big stage. But when you think of the critics, they're saying you're getting a shot at undisputed. It's not just a shot at a big fight. It's an undisputed shot at all the belts.
Well, it's like Amanda said, she got her first featherweight title off me. I didn't have to take that fight in 2019. My pride wouldn't let me not take the fight when they called me out. I wasn't up for a challenge, like to defend it. I didn't even have the belt for a year. And besides, who the hell wants to defend their world title against Amanda Serrano? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have to do that. But I did that because I knew that fight at the moment was huge for women's boxing on a huge platform, a huge stage. I sacrificed my belt. Like how many bitches would do that? And I did that. And I know Amanda, like, always was saying, like I'm gonna run this, but you always get a shot to get it back. And this is a good opportunity to do it. I'm coming off 2 wins, changed teams, new coach. I feel great. It's time.
So Amanda is, I don't want to say slowing down, but I feel like she's sitting in the pocket more than she ever has. And I feel like she's being hit more than she ever has. Are you seeing it this way based off her last two performances?
I think that Amanda knows that because like the old saying goes, like if one woman fails, they won't say that woman failed; they'll say all women fail. And I think Amanda, being on this tremendous stage, huge fans, lots of eyes on her, she's taking extra chances to make the fights exciting and do what she has to do to make the fans really want to watch them. Like, yeah, you could sit back and box and not get hit. And we all know that people be like, oh, that's how girls fight. We don't want to see girls box. They want bloody wars, and Amanda's delivering.
Now, that's kind of your mindset, and some would say your downfall because you want or do end up in wars. And Amanda's a big puncher, so you said you got a new team. Is the game plan change, or is that just Heather? That's why you're the Heat, because you're gonna bring it.
Well, the game plan changed in the sense that we're correcting a lot of mistakes. My balance, my footwork. I've always been strong and tough. Everybody knows that, but my technique has never been on that level. And we've really spent, like, not just the last couple months talking about the fight, but the last year with Hector Roca, like, every day has been to fix technique, to correct, and to make adjustments. So I feel like my overall game is getting better. Y'all already know I'm tough. I don't gotta prove that to nobody, but I'm gonna prove that I belong on that stage. That's for sure.
There's phrases in life, you know what, fine wine, right? Or
Age
you
like fine wine.
age like fine wine and things like that. Like you said, you gave her first title shot. Do
Well,
you
not the
think?
first title shot. At 126. I don't wanna. I don't want it to quote bad. I didn't give her first title shot,
Right,
but
you
this
gave
was the first in her run at undisputed at 126.
So, obviously now you're fighting her. Do you think it would be your experience? Like, why do you think you'll have the edge the second go around?
I ain't gonna say. How you gonna say that the greatest fighter of all time? You got the edge. I don't feel like I got the edge. I'm the B side. I'm the underdog. I already lost the first one. No one's even expecting me to win. So to me, I'm going in there like, it just is gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight. Like my mentality is different. My heart is different. I don't think I'm better than Amanda, but I think that it's never 0%. You know.
now
I got just as much a shot as everybody else.
we saw Amanda last in the ring earlier this year against Erica Cruz. Did you watch the fight, and if so, what was your thoughts on Amanda's performance?
I mean, she's a puncher, and I've been in there with her, and I think that anybody can speculate from the outside looking in. Like, people will say, like, oh, Heather Hardy is an easy fight. You know how hard it quit? I don't care how it looks. It's being in there. I know how hard Amanda hits like a man. I got to train with men coming up for this fight just to be ready to stand there. So, and I fought in two sports. That bitch punches harder than some girls kick me. But
Wow.
so you got to take your hat off to Erica Cruz just for hanging in there and doing all those rounds. Getting hit like that.
A lot of people felt that Erica had some success, although a very awkward style, a lot of head down, a lot of, you know what I mean? And a lot of those shots were landing, like a lot of them. Obviously she might have won maybe 2 rounds, but those shots were connecting. Is that something that you look to capitalize off of? Because we know you bring it. We know that you let those hands go, and we saw it in the
Yeah,
first
it's
fight
like
as
I
well.
said, like my biggest problem in my past fights, my career has been my technique. Like I don't really have that pop in my punch, and I know what they said. They said that punches are born. You can't make a puncher, but you certainly can improve one. And I feel like all the work that I've done in the last year has really changed my style of punching and fighting. I had for years gotten away from that high pressure, high volume, in your face, and kind of switch over to more boxing and movement. And so I'm kind of excited just to see what's gonna come out of me.
Got a couple of questions from the people. I have Tufang, sounds so Dominican. He says, "Who's your toughest fight till date?"
Um, in boxing, definitely would be Amanda. That fight, one slip up could be the end. So the lead up, the fight, the locker room, the ring walk, all that was like And in MMA, definitely the one where I broke my nose because we was not expecting that girl to be a kicker, and she kicked.
I got.
Uh,
Go ahead.
yeah, I just wanted to ask. Obviously, having competed in both mixed martial arts and in boxing as a woman fighter, what would you say is the pros in MMA, and what would you say is the pros in boxing? Obviously, you fought Bellator. I think that perhaps women get more exposure in MMA, and that's just not UFC. Like, Kayla Harrison's name was buzzing in PFL, and there was talks of her being the greatest woman in mixed martial arts while she was in PFL. Just some differences from your perspective, having been on both sides of the street.
It's funny when I did my pro debut in MMA for Bellator. We boxed at the Garden, and I remember when they said, "Oh, we had a press conference or a media day or whatever," and they said, "Where do you want us to send the car?" And they said, "What?" And they sent me a car to come pick me up and drive me back, and they gave me lunch money and everything. And I was like, I felt like I'm a real athlete for once. Like Lou would be like, "Put your ass on the train," Like one thing about MMA. It's a lot more professional. Like I feel like an athlete, like an official athlete. They be getting me press and oh Heather, you have interviews lined up this time, this time, this time. Meanwhile, in boxing, I do it all myself.
Wow. Yeah, boxing is the wild, wild west. Heather, I want to ask an entrepreneurial question. I know that you train women and you work at Gleason's, but is managing, maybe promoting? We see Christy Martin. We see Kathy Duva. Obviously Duva wasn't a fighter, but I'm saying females in boxing. And do you see a life after boxing in management?
Or in anything.
Maybe promotion or commentating. I know you've
Training.
done that, but where would you like to be life after boxing?
I always thought I'd want to be a commentator, and then last week I commentated some fights on DAZN, and I'm just the worst because I'm watching the fights. I'm like, "Oh shit, did you see that?" Like I
Sound
don't
like
do
us.
I
That's
didn't
how
do
we
real
do
good
it.
at that. I didn't like it at all. I'm like, nah, not the same for me. I mean, management, boxing. I don't know if this is the right thing to say, but boxing is such a dirty business. It's such a shady business, and it's the business of dealing with other people's lives and careers. And if I was ever gonna manage a fighter or work in promotions, it would have to be something or someone in my heart that I really want to help and protect, not really join the business to make money off it, because the industry is tough, man. You're dealing with people's lives and livelihoods and doing it all at the expense of making money in your pocket. I don't know.
But you've come up the hard way, so I'm sure you've had some trials and tribulations and also have learned. So,
Hell
do
yeah.
you think you can guide someone without having them go through some of those bumps in the roads that you went through? Is essentially the way that I look at it. I look at you as a fighter in one of the pioneers in female boxing, so I feel like you would be able to, give them the right
Yes,
path.
like I have one fighter right now who I'm gonna help him get through the amateurs and then the pros, but it's not like standard practice for me. Like I don't love the business of boxing, and it's true. I forgot more about boxing than most people can learn. Like you can't read it in a book. The shit that I know that I've seen that go on behind closed doors. I acted as my own manager for a lot of my career, as not the MMA part, but most of my boxing career. I negotiated this fight um, basically with Amanda. We put it together, so it's like I understand how the money goes, what they use you for. And again, like if I was ever gonna do it, it would be because I want to protect someone and not really because I want to make money off the industry.
All right. I got Brew in the 504, New Orleans. He says, what will it take for women's boxing to gain more relevancy?
I think that we're on the upswing, like 2012 was the first year that women could box in the Olympics, and we've done nothing but see women's boxing grow. Like, Amanda and Katie do the main event. Oh, can you hold on one second? Hi.
And if you're watching us on YouTube.com, we are joined with Heather the Heat Hardy. She's back.
Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, I think that it just keeps getting better, and the more exposure these girls get on international platforms like the Olympics, the Pan Am Games, stuff like that, they're getting noticed by promoters, being, headlining shows, headlining big cards, co-headlining big cards. I mean, I feel like women's boxing is in the right way. We're just still growing and expanding.
And the last one comes from Mr. Adore. He says, if you beat Amanda Serrano, will you continue fighting? And why didn't you fight Sky Nicholson?
Because they didn't offer me enough money for her. And like I just feel like in my career, I'm not ready to go out as somebody's tune-up test check. Like understand, I know the business of boxing. They looking for the 41-year-old to come in against a girl who's an Olympian and pay me dirt money. Like, nah, I ain't going out like that. I'd rather go out on my own. If you ain't gonna give me a world title shot, then I'm happy to just,
Now,
say goodbye.
Heather, obviously this is a bigger fight, undisputed,
She
everything.
didn't answer.
Oh,
If you win, if you beat Serrano, do you retire into the sunset or do you continue fighting if you beat
I
Serrano?
don't know, man. I always said I'm gonna fight till I don't want to do it anymore. And one of them fighters would be like, "This is my last fight 10 different times." I mean, I can genuinely say I don't know. I don't know.
Real quick, Juan Mancha, $2 super chat says, we love you, Heather.
yes.
Love you back.
Two questions for me. What would you say, from your experience, is the biggest self-inflicted, uh, like pretty much is the biggest self-inflicted fuck up that boxers have? Like, we understand that boxers fuck shit up over for themselves. What would you say that is?
um, Ignorance of the game. You got to learn how money is made and what your role is in the sport. You got to know: am I the A side? Am I the B side? Am I supposed to win? Am I supposed to lose? How much money is this fight worth it to me? You understand? Like if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And you can't go into this kind of career acting like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever my coach says and be ignorant on it. Boxing is not just boxing and winning and fighting. You got to do a lot of little things in between. And if you don't educate yourself and know how to succeed and what you need to do to succeed, and you just trust someone else, you're going to get your money took.
I
And you
gotta.
could wind up getting
Oh,
used for work.
I just wanted to ask you, did you happen to be at Amanda's last fight? Like, were you there in person?
No, I'm not
Okay.
really someone who goes to fights, and I get criticized for that a lot. And I know that it probably offends a lot of pro fighters because I'm not like one of the girls who's always in the stands. But it's hard, I'm putting a kid through college, and I gotta work. I can't
Nah, for
always
sure.
travel and be
The
places.
the only reason I was asking, I'm just curious if you've seen Sky Nicholson fight. Obviously, you said the money didn't make sense, but I'm just curious what you think of her as a fighter.
I think I never really watched her fight. I mean, obviously on you see like clips and stuff, and she's a up and coming, talented favorite, right? Like they're looking to groom her and build her up. So nobody is perfect coming out the gate. You're gonna have little fights that are gonna teach you a lot about yourself as a pro, and she's on the right track. Obviously, in good hands, making money, right?
The reason I said that is because, respectfully, I think you beat her right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, it didn't make sense. You get what I'm saying? So I was just curious
But
on what you
it's not
thought,
even
what you've seen.
just the money. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not even just the money. She ain't got nothing I want. And for me to get to 126, I basically got to cough up a lung and cut my hair. You know what I mean? Like my ass is thicker than you don't know what right now. So when they be asking me to get to
Word?
126, yeah, I gotta go to church to make 126. So they asking me 5 weeks out. I'm like, I am a fat bitch. I am not killing myself for this penny's money, for this bullshit to go in and be some nah. Like it was a lot of things. If she had all the titles and they want to pay me money and get my fat ass down to 126, bet. But it didn't make sense. All the things got to make sense, and just not enough made sense.
Is there any fights at 130 that interest you? Maybe so you could keep your lung?
I really only, I really only just wanted to fight for world titles at this point. I think I'm beyond the stage in my career where I'm gonna, do little shows or, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it gotta make sense. I'm putting the kid through college. If I'm gonna train, it gotta be for money or something else. Endorsements, promotions. One thing you can't say about me is I might be a big dumb fighter, but I know how the game works. Cause I kind of was making it when there wasn't really much to be made. So I feel like now that there's some money floating around, I make the right choices. I can close out my career with a couple good checks.
So I gotta ask. You said you cleaned house. Your trainer was your man, wasn't he?
Yes,
So how clean
not
the house
anymore.
get? On
We
both
cleaned the
parts?
whole house.
Oh shit! So he's out all completely. Okay, I'm nosy like
Awesome.
that. You know, I'm
That's
nosy
right.
like that.
It's like, yeah, we broke up and it was the end. But this was about a year ago, and I broke up. We broke up, and I started to train with Hector Roca. And as I'm sure you know, Hector died the beginning of January, so I'm transitioning teams again. Hector left me to another trainer in his will, so pretty much said to this guy like, you have to take care of her for me if I'm not here. So Martin Gonzalez and his son and his fighters. I got all the boys beat me up, and we're gonna be ready. I feel great.
Well, on that note, champ, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. If you can, please give out your social media. For those that aren't following you, can do so. And we wish you the best of luck in your big fight.
Thank you so much. It's great to talk to you. You guys can follow me at Heather the Heat on the gram or at Heather Hardy Box on Twitter, where my Twitter is I always forget about it. Don't forget about that.
All right, Heat. Catch you on the next one. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Heather the Heat. She's scheduled to face Amanda Serrano in Dallas, Texas. We're also trying to get Rashidi Ellis. Looks like we'll have him on tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, which means 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 Pacific Standard
For
Time.
the interview time, not the show time.
Yes. We're going back to the phone lines for those that want to voice their opinion. Go ahead and request.
But before they do that, Ness, they gotta smash that like button. It is free. Make sure you are subscribing. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know each and every time we go live. And if you guys are in Vegas or you're coming to Vegas for the big fight next weekend, stop at Hardin and get all your cannabis needs. Over 130 different flowers options for you. A lot of edibles, a lot of hold on, let me pull up my messages because Canna said I fucked this up last time. I guess I was saying the wrong word.
I mean, you already fucked up
No,
right now. You can't, what is this?
No, it's all
We
good,
got
bro.
Andre Ward's biggest fan. The only reason she is promoted so much is because Eddie is tapping.
Topical items. Plenty of THC and CBD topical items. So
Dude, but you can't patch it. Just take it from the top at another point. You feel me? Because it's like you like, oh, I can't say this because Candace said that. Like you can't use that as a promo. You might as well just okay. I messed
mean,
up.
you worried about cutting it. I'm just worried about getting them the information. So that's all.
Yeah, because that's how a promo is done. You can't just not isolate it and show it to the sponsor.
No. I'm not saying isolated. I'm just saying like the it ain't the first time we've mentioned Hardin today. But whatever.
We got a $10 fat one
Terrible.
from Latoria. $10.
Bro, get y'all dumbass out of here. You're getting timed out for that.
What does the resume have to do with being the face of the sport? The face of boxing is when people think the sport, you're the first. So when people think of the sport, you're the first one they think of. That spot has been void since Mayweather. That's her name, Diana La Máquina Vargas. Shout out to Sterling with the $2 super pound chat. It's actually 2 quitties. We got Latoria again that says $10. Shout out to you, girl. You know what I mean? Let me see. I actually got me a new horn.
We got $10 from Latoya G says, oh, you read that one. Then
Nah, the other one.
Sri Lankan.
Oh
no!
Oh no! Oh no! Wrong soundbite.
The only reason she is promoted so much is because Eddie is a great promoter, but she is a boring, overrated fighter. Sky, that is. All right. And then we got Anne Marie Remember, for 26 months at the contender level. Did she say Amanda hits like a man?
No, I think she said Amanda hits hard, and that's why she has to train with men. Or maybe she did say Amanda hits
I
like a
know
man.
she said that she hits harder than some women kick, because obviously she's
Mhm.
fought MMA. RNS won $5. Tank can't be the face with no endorsement sponsors. With no endorsements, sponsors stay clear of Tank because they know they would get canceled if they would put his face on their brand.
Latoria G says all these other guys are default faces of boxing because fans are desperate to fill that void. There hasn't been a consensus face of boxing since Floyd. People complained about Floyd, but he's still the face. That's what I said. That's why I put him in the option the last time out, but he got very low votes. Very low votes. Okay, you said that RNS one. We going out to these phone lines. Remember, request. We going to Toledo. Treese, what it do?
Yo.
What up?
Not much. Chilling. I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of agree. I ain't gonna lie though. See, the Shorty making sense with that since Floyd left. However, in my humble opinion, my boy Devin Dollars, why didn't you put him up there, man? What you talking about? I feel like he should be considered for face of boxing. My man, the only one doing he doing international shit. Unlike Tank, I ain't gonna hold you. I do like Tank a lot, but he's not international. Devin went international. I feel like his
Tank is international. Sorry,
yeah,
buddy.
I ain't gonna lie. Tank
Sorry,
defended his
buddy.
belt the first time overseas.
Well, he ain't defending. He lost it on the scales, didn't
No,
he?
he didn't. He defended that shit. Tripping.
He didn't lose it?
Nah.
Is that another fight you talking about?
Yeah, nah, bro. I mean, he's only been overseas
I don't
once
recall
when he
that
fought
shit. I
Liam
don't
Walsh.
recall that shit. I don't think it was no belt. I don't recall
Nah,
that
of
shit.
course, brother.
But
Of
the
course.
Devin
He had
Haney-
just beat Pedraza. He goes over there to the UK, fights Liam Walsh. Originally, misses weight. They give him an hour or two. He comes back, makes weight, defends his title, wins. And then the next fight, he fights on the Mayweather-McGregor undercard and loses his belt on the scale.
See, that's okay. I get it. Okay, but it's like when we think that when Tank went overseas, do you feel like he like gained fans? Like I don't feel like he. I feel like I view Tank as a like I mean.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I remember from him going overseas, obviously he got the knockout, and like I said, but the only thing that stands out really is like Floyd, because Floyd was fucking with the three brothers so much. Like he was fucking with them so much.
It's like
I remember.
It's
I remember
overshadowed, you
he
feel
looked
me?
at one of
I
the
feel like
cameras.
Devin Haney's international accomplishments are, you feel me, are greater. You feel me? I feel my man's undisputed. Like this shit is why are we talking about Devin Dollars, man? I'm just Devin Dollars. Talk about that shit. Face the boxing, undisputed champ. He gonna move.
I don't know, man. We gotta wait for Dev to get in the conversation. Truthfully speaking, needs to do this first pay-per-view. Make sure you buy it. It's only $50. Buy you one and your girl one to support because how you win a conversation for Face of Boxing if you ain't done the numbers? This is first time at bat. Support. Support. If you want to make him the face, you gotta support. Joshua Cabrera, when we get an official announcement, bro? What's going on? You got me nervous.
If you want to talk international, AJ international.
Danny, yeah, I know, man. We waiting, man. We want that. But anyway, just real quick on this face of boxing thing. What y'all think about who would be a bigger face of boxing after these fights? Benavidez versus Canelo or Tank versus Haney Loma winner?
What?
So you saying
Say that again? Who would be the bigger face of boxing fight?
Nah, he's saying like if Canelo fight Benavidez next and Tank fight Devin next.
What would be a bigger fight?
No, who would be the face of boxing coming out those fights?
I think that again, it's numbers, bro. Listen, anybody could call in here and lie for their favorite fighter, but the truth is consistency beats everything. Time tells all. So that's the face of boxing. Who is consistent? So yeah, if Canelo fights Benavidez and fucking Tank fights Haney, numbers will tell. Numbers will tell who's the face. Because the people going to pay for what they care more about.
And then
That's not a terrible question. That was a great question. Fuck that dude. That's a great question. Bro, that's a perfect comparison. People want Benavidez. They think he could beat Canelo. People want Devin. They think he could beat Tank. Beautiful question.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Quick, one more shout out. I know one thing that I love to do is keep an eye on my brother's opponents, and I know that young Gay Flores got a fight coming up. So shout out to Gay Flores. Good luck to him. Hope he comes back strong and starts working his way up to the top. Peace
Yeah,
out,
man.
guys.
Shout out to them. It looks like they added the Fernando Vargas Sr. to that team. They've been all training together now and helping each other. And looks like I got me a new caller in Arizona.
Yeah, and that card is this Saturday in Stockton, California.
Word.
For those interested.
If you interested.
Amado Vargas is on the card as well. I think it's headlined by Danny Beck, which don't make no sense. But Maloney fighting for the title too on that one. So yeah, I'm sure we'll be doing a fight chat. Yo, we should do it at Hardin, no?
What?
The fight chat this Saturday?
Hell yeah, bro. Anytime, bro. Anytime.
We're gonna need weed for that one.
For what? That card?
Hell yeah.
The Stockton card?
Hell yeah.
Nah, I hear some names on there. I'm interested. But yeah, pull it up. Go to the event while I get to this brand new caller in Phoenix. Who's this, sir? Or ma'am?
Hey, yo, you hear me?
Who this, Born?
Yeah, it's Born. Brooklyn. Let's go. Live chat. Let's go, man. Yo, what the fuck going on, Ness? Yeah. I'm on the other phone, you heard? Yeah. All my truck drivers. Knicks to 6. Everybody get ready. Live chat, get ready, man. Let me tell
Yo,
y'all.
did you watch the game Saturday? Talking about Knicks and 6. Yo, did you watch the game?
Knicks and 6. Hey. We gonna get this shit popping. I'm here, man.
I'm shocked it's really Born. I thought it was a fake.
Nah, it's me, man. You know, I keep 2 phones. I'm a truck driver. You heard? I'll be home at the end of May. Let's go. Listen, man. That goddamn Canelo. Listen, I'm on my Natural Geographic shit. Everybody seen the goddamn killer whale when he catches shell, right? And what he do? He play with him. Fuck with his tail, flip that motherfucker 50 feet in the air, and sometimes he don't even eat him. That was Canelo. Canelo was a killer whale, and John Ryder, U.S. Ryder, Ryder Trucks, J.R. Ryder, what the fuck y'all want to call him? He was the seal. Canelo had him in the 4th round and shit. He didn't get rid of him. And let's be real, they was booing him at the end. We know Canelo, 63rd fight, been fighting 15 years old. We know he on a slowdown. But we gonna talk the Hydra. Everybody remember that Greek shit, the Hydra, right? It's 3 faces of boxing. It's Wilder, it's Fury, and it's Mayweather. Let me explain. Wilder is the heavyweight. Every heavyweight always been the face of boxing, y'all. You feel me? They always gonna be in the mix. Mayweather ain't even fighting and made $2 billion. Last year he made $900 million with that exhibition shit. So we gonna talk about the money. Mayweather's on there. And let me tell y'all something. They killed John Wick. Get the fuck off Canelo's dick. Tell you right now, get the fuck off Canelo's dick. You know why? Because that shit was crazy. 18-foot ring. They had the whole shift. Canelo's supposed to look good in your hometown. You're supposed to look good, right? But here's the problem, right? He didn't look good. He played with his food too much, man. And the other third face of boxing is Fury. Ever the fuck y'all want to say, Fury, these motherfuckers on the Saudi Arabia shit, the shit gonna get live next. Like I said, love the show. Everybody in the chat, you got Tank, Fury, and Wilder, and Mayweather. Fuck is 4 of them, man. Them motherfuckers like fucking what's the lady name? Goddamn Medusa and shit. 4 snakes on the head. You heard? Like I said, Ness, love the show. Peace.
Boy, appreciate the call, my guy. Calling off the new number and shit. Shout out
He
to
had me
you.
fooled. I thought somebody was prank calling Born and shit. King Essex, what it do?
Yo, you ever seen a prank where it's like you call 2 Chinese restaurants and you put them on the phone with each other? Yo, who this?
I did see that.
Don't give me no ideas, Danny. I'm still immature.
Bro, I ain't done it.
But,
I've just seen
yeah,
it. That
man.
shit. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was a badass kid that I would call and order pizza and send it to my neighbor's house so they'd have to pay for it. But go ahead, man.
You know what I do before I get into my call? I let my kids, the robocalls, I let my kids cuss them out. You know what I'm saying? Like I taught my son, you know what I mean? My son is versed in the language of Samuel L. Jackson. So my son, he'll be 6 this Saturday, but he got a mean motherfucker in his vocabulary. But another story for another day. Speaking of mean motherfuckers, I love when Bourne come in and he just give us the science. I like the analogy, but he's not gonna sway me. He's not gonna sway me. That it shit sounded beautiful. The whale and the seal had me want to turn on my TV, right? Nah, man. Nah. What I saw was though, keep it in the animal kingdom, an old lion. A lion still. Old lions is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? But the younger, fresher lions are always the threat. Who is the younger, fresher lion? Now, again, Canelo, his mane is excellent, right? Undisputed. So when we talk about titles, when we talk about pageantry, right? Fire in every step. Ness loves that. If you see this motherfucker in Vegas with fire underneath his feet when he get out the vet, Canelo influenced him, right? But besides all of that, man, the young lion controls the pride. They control the people. They got the pack now. Tank got the pack behind him. So that's the face of boxing, and so it goes. So shout out to Bourne. Shout out to all my animals out there. And shout out to TBV.
So you
I'm
saying,
out. Shout out to Heather Hart.
wait, you got to break that down into layman's terms for me. You saying Tank's the face of boxing because of what?
Because he's controlling the temperature. Like I didn't bring up my kids for no reason. I said it last night for those that missed it. This weekend, if Canelo was the face of boxing, I would have got calls and inquiries and questions from people that wanted to know. It was Cinco de Mayo. Ain't nobody even in my house eating chips and salsa. I was the only one eating guac. The shit didn't move the needle. But when Tank was fighting, I got calls from motherfuckers I ain't heard from 15 years ago. Hey, man, I heard you're into boxing. What's going on with this Tank Gervonta Davis fight? It's different. That's the face. That's what it takes, man.
So what if
Not the shit that happened last weekend?
So what if you don't get calls for the next one? Does it change?
I'm going to get calls for the next one. Of course it changes, though, but I think I will.
Did you get calls for Hector?
I think I will. I did. And you know what the call was? Who's this guy he's fighting? I've heard of Gervonta Davis, but who's this guy he's fighting? I got that call.
So, I mean, regardless, you saying, so what you saying is it ain't have shit to do with Ryan. You get calls whenever Tank fight regardless, no matter who he fight.
Honestly, from my casual friends, I do get more calls when it comes to Tank Davis.
Nah, hey, bro, I'll tell you like this. This how I know this wasn't a big one for Canelo. People wasn't calling to ask me about the fight. They was calling to ask, oh, you going? You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, you going to be at the fight? But it wasn't so much of because of how big of a fight it is. It's just, oh, he fighting at home. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, bro, I have people hitting me up. Like my boys was hitting me up, but they wasn't, oh, yeah, John Ryder. It was like, oh, shit, Guadalajara. Man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, we going to the crib with it. It wasn't so much of because of the fight. So I mean, I just wanted to see from your point of view, because it sounds like regardless, you gonna get them calls for Tank either way it goes.
It seems like it, and no disrespect to Canelo. Like I said, I may have come in kind of hot, but I mean, it's a title defense. He's got the undisputed titles, but again, the young lions can't rule forever, and he got to understand that, or else he's gonna end up like Mufasa. Ain't Mufasa the one got killed in Lion King?
I ain't never seen it.
Well, Check it out. When
You
you
ever
have
seen it,
kids, they
Nuts?
put you
What?
on to that shit.
Is Mufasa? You said Mufasa, right? Mufasa? Is he the one that got killed
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Lion King?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He the uncle.
yeah. See?
All right.
All
So
right, I
yeah, man.
mean,
But shout out to the show, man.
you the champ.
You got it, bro. Appreciate the
Appreciate
call.
you. Let's see. Discord. We got
Damn, why he
Vega.
lying, bro? I
What?
got calls about Hector. Why can't my mans get calls about Hector?
Mm-hmm. Vega. All right. Well, since he needs to reconnect, I want to screen share some things real quick. First one, just some face of boxing information here.
Hold on, you know,
Canelo Alvarez. What?
if you ask AI who the face of boxing is, it's gonna tell you like, oh, it's opinion based and shit.
Yeah, I asked it too though. Let me see what mine says and you see what yours says. Here, I'm actually gonna do this.
Cause you could screen share, huh?
No, but I'm gonna do this.
Who?
But the face of boxing has changed over the years. Historically, boxers such as Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and Sugar Ray Leonard have
Where's the
considered
speaker?
the face of boxing. In recent years, boxers such as Floyd Mayweather Jr., Manny Pacquiao, and Canelo Alvarez have been considered the face of boxing. However, the face of boxing can be subjective and can change over time depending on various factors such as performance, popularity, and public perception.
As AI told you, it can change over time based off popularity and public perception. So Amin's is public perception. Popularity is exhibit A. This is yesterday's highlights for Saturday's.
So it says I did some research. My
oh wow,
AI
just cut me off and
it
calls
said
me
I
the
did
cutoff
some
king.
research, and it seems like there are a few boxers who are considered the face of boxing today, such as Canelo Alvarez, Anthony Joshua, and Tyson Fury. And then it asked me, "Do you follow boxing?"
That's a better AI than I got. What the fuck?
Snapchat.
It's trying
Snapchat's
to
AI.
talk to you.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I said, "I do." It said, "Cool. Who's your favorite boxer?"
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You got an AI friend over there. They're
Yeah.
really trying to keep you on the platform. But yeah, as I was trying to screen share this,
Yo, so I said my answer, and it says and then it says my answer. He's a great boxer. Have you seen any of his recent fights? Yes, I have. Have you?
Can I finish
Yeah,
this
my
now?
bad, champ. My bad. Go ahead.
I'm trying to screen share Saturday's fight highlights on DAZN that have one day out with 4.8 million views. Again, even AI said that popularity is one of those things, right? So we have to go now to Tanks on the same platform. Garcia Davis has 2 weeks and only reached 1.2 million. So again, popularity being one of them, attention, right? Do people want to see you and are they searching you? That's what Google Trends is. And we have another one here from PBC showing you 4 million views for Garcia Davis, and that one is 2 weeks ago. So what Canelo did in 24 hours, Tank and Ryan did in 2 weeks. But, you know, so I guess there's an argument for the Canelo fan, right? He gets to say, well, Canelo did it faster and greater than, because he's at 4.8. He's at 4.8.
Yo, just like scroll through that. You ain't got to read it.
You know, obviously Tank and Ryan are at a 4 million right now.
Now, did you compare? Because obviously, Tank Ryan was on 2 separate platforms. Did you compare?
Yeah, I showed both. Because on DAZN they only had 1.2, but on PBC they had 4 million. You wanted me to see something?
Oh wow, 4 million. Yeah, just read through it. You ain't gotta like read it out loud, but it's pretty funny though. Cause you right, bro. They trying to have a full conversation with you. I just wanted to use a different AI since you was using, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it, I'll try Snapchat's AI.
Yeah, I might have to download it because that's the kind of AI I want. I was telling my wife, like, this AI is not learning me. I want you to learn me to make it easier and make my answers better. This shit is some bullshit. Every day this one is saying, well, I'm AI. I'm not allowed. I'm like, bruh, I asked you the probability. So go do some mathematics. Give me all the analytics, all the statistics. Like, get your shit together. You fake AI, bro. I want my money back. He ain't doing no work. CYP, what up? Hello. 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 It's the first of the month. Charles, not Charles. Papa Chubby. Got to unmute, Papa Chubby.
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Hey, brother.
Yeah, good weekend. Danny, what about F1, right? How about Max?
Bro, what
It's
a fuck.
crazy.
Yo, it was fucked up though, man. It was fucked up because there was no communication to Checo. Like he should have fucking known what was going on. I felt that they waited too long to have him to have him go pit, but it was a good race.
Yeah, I don't want to upset Ness by talking too much F1, but yeah, it was crazy. But anyway, I thought maybe you were there because I didn't
Oh,
see you yesterday.
oh no, man, no. You know, Sundays I take off, but no, I wish I was there. I was definitely tuned in though. A lot of sports this weekend. Obviously, we had Canelo, we had F1 in Miami, the Kentucky Derby. Yeah, I watched it all. I watched the UFC
So,
Saturday night. But go ahead with your call, man.
yeah, just quick. I mean, I don't have a lot of interest in the face of boxing conversation, or it's a lot like pound for pound to me now. Like everyone's using different criteria. Like look at this last caller, man. He's talking about his phone records to decide, the face. Like, you know, you know what I'm saying? So what I want people to think about though is look at when Canelo fought Yildirim. That fight was in Miami, and it was during COVID. I think it was like they had to do like space. They had to create space between all the people in the seats,
Yeah, it was limited
and
capacity.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure that fight did like 15 to 20,000 tickets somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think it was
I mean,
about 15. I was there. I was there. It was
yeah.
great atmosphere for
Oh,
sure.
you. I mean, then you look at some of Tank's bigger fights, say against Santa Cruz or Nunez. I mean, Nunez was in both of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't
All
consider
right.
Nunez one of his bigger fights. That was before he fought on pay per view. I was there for that one too. I mean, definitely
Yeah.
did. He sold out the Royal Farms, and it was beautiful. Ness, there hasn't been a fight I've attended that was filled with more marijuana smoke than that one.
Mm.
That whole arena was covered in marijuana smoke. It was great. It was great. But if you tuned in, y'all want to call in, y'all see the number top of the screen right here, 425-569-5241. Press one time. Voice your opinion right here, Voice of the People hotline. We are on Twitter Spaces. We are on Discord. You got to be subscribed. Hit that like. Hit that notification bell. Who we got?
CYP.
Yo, what up?
What it
What
do? What
up?
it
What up?
do,
What up?
champ?
What up? Hey, look, I look at it like this, right? I was doing some research, you know how I do, and I remember last week somebody was talking about why does Tank have so many opponents that their very next fight they moved up, and I was like, damn, that's a good ass point. So then I studied my man Canelo, and I found some things. I found Yildirim, Caleb Smith, Rocky Fielding, Jacobs, Liam Smith, Kirkland. Then I found Khan Josito Lopez. Khan and Lopez moved down immediately after. The others moved up immediately after. So I said to myself, if you really look at it, like I always tell people, make sure if you're going to hate on somebody to boost somebody else up, make sure you know them both equally. Because all it takes is somebody who's not lazy just to look some shit up. And you'll see that Chavez Sr. got a whole bunch of tomato cans, which none of y'all knew. Or you look at Mike Tyson, there was a couple of guys that got out that made it through the ring, made it to the 12th round with Mike Tyson that have been knocked out by other people. So if you really look and start pinning, you'll start realizing you probably shouldn't hate because your boxer, unless his name is Floyd Mayweather, probably got some flaws in his resume. You should probably be the fuck quiet unless you fucking with Floyd. Floyd is the closest thing to just the least cherry picks, the least guys with losing records, the most champion. Like he's actually really one of the only ones who really was priding himself on fighting dudes who can actually fight back. But then y'all say he was cherry picking. Nah, your favorite fighter. Look at his resume. That motherfucker cherry picked. Floyd barely fought any real losers. Your fighter fought a grip of the motherfuckers. So let's be calm with the bullshit. When it comes down to this face of boxing, Canelo is that guy. I think Tank is reaching it, but Canelo is on his way out. But I like to say this: if you take away the Filipinos, you still got a whole bunch of blacks, a whole bunch of whites, and a whole bunch of Mexicans who know Manny Pacquiao. That to me makes you a face because it's called the face of boxing, not the race of boxing. Canelo is known by so many Mexicans, and they love boxing that we accuse that and assume that's face of boxing. No, take away those Mexicans. How many white people walking around know Canelo? Ain't that many. So
Yo,
it's real debatable. I still
CYP.
think Canelo winning right now.
Keith, talk to us.
I was kind of trying to put things in perspective for some people.
Keith.
So,
Keith.
but if you are tuned in again,
Nike
phone lines are
Hendricks.
open. Yo, it's crazy, right?
What up?
I'm looking at this shit.
Yo,
Canelo.
y'all
What's
can hear me?
good? Yeah, you got background though.
Oh yeah, man. I'm at work, man. It's probably because I'm under this tunnel. But shouts out to the boxing voice. Shouts out to Danny Neff, the whole squad, man. I say Canelo's still the face of boxing. You know, I mean, like TYP just said, Tank getting up there. You know, you good, but I don't see him as the face of boxing right now. Canelo been doing numbers and stuff. Tank had their right dance partner. Because I think majority of Tanks was on fights been pay per view, but they never did numbers like with Ryan. So you can't say just from that he the face of boxing. Canelo been doing big numbers. And like I don't get what CYP was talking about with the race thing. I mean, you got white people who know Canelo. You got black people.
Nah,
He of course will.
he's just saying he got a whole country behind him, which is true.
Yeah, I know that. See, I was just about to say that though. I was about to say, of course, the Hispanics don't know him because he's Hispanic, you know. So of course he's gonna have that behind him, but that ain't nothing bad. That's good. His people are riding for him. Like, well, what's bad about that? I mean, of course, a plethora like of white people, or black people ain't gonna know Canelo, but they gonna know him, and all the Spanish people gonna know him because he's Hispanic. But that's good as hell. Like, I'm not gonna even lie. I'm black myself. I like Tank, but Haney my favorite fighter. But you got a lot of black people who hate on Tank, and from America at that. So that's not no knock against Canelo. Shit, Canelo did what was right, and he just went back home and sold out a soccer stadium. Let me be correct, a football stadium. Like he sold out one. That's a big ass stadium. I know you seen when you was over there in the UK, Danny, that soccer stadium.
Nah,
How it
for
was
sure.
packed with fans,
For sure, for
and
sure.
you hear the roars, and the stands feel like they gonna fall. All type of things, man. So when
Yo,
you can sell out a soccer stadium, you the
yo,
man.
let me tell you something. I was in communication with this young lady who worked for Mayweather Promotions for many years. That was at the fight, right? She told me
Yeah,
that was the most electrifying fight she's ever been to. And just to put things in perspective, she was sitting in like the third to last row of the stadium, all the way in, the heavens.
that's what I'm
Argumentative, Your
saying,
Honor.
man.
Argumentative. Clear speculation. That's just that
That's my
person's
call. I heard the bell.
opinion. You know, we can't take one's opinion
Nah, for
as
sure.
fact.
For sure.
Nah, I'm just fucking
What
with you.
is fact though is that in the last 5 years,
Mm.
Tank Ryan was a huge fight, right?
Yes, sir.
If you had to guess, right, because it was such big fight, I'm on Google Trends. What would you say did better for Tank? Like that did better than what Canelo fights. His name was searched more on that day than what Canelo fights. You think?
What fight was Tank more searched than a Canelo fight?
No, what Canelo fight was? Yeah, or yeah, that either or. Yup, pretty much. Tank Ryan, obviously, but that was
Outside of that.
no. I'm saying Tank Ryan was as big as it gets for Tank up
Yeah.
to this point, right? He was searched so much on that day. Can you tell me, based off your opinion, what day Or what fights was Canelo searched more than Tank on Tank Ryan? Am I making sense or not really?
Yeah,
Not
you want
really.
to find what Canelo.
In your
I
opinion.
get it. I
Yeah, in
get
your
it.
opinion. Because I
Fuck.
have it pulled up. I'm not sure if I'm wording it right. But
Maybe. I mean, I gotta go with Damn, Floyd. I was gonna say Golovkin.
the only fight that did more Google searches
Mm-hmm.
than Tank Ryan, or did less than in the last 5 years for Canelo was the Bivol fight.
So all his other fights did more Google searches.
For Canelo. So Canelo Triple G3, Canelo had more Google searches and than Tank did.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what we're showing too. Look, in one day he got 4.8 million on a rider highlights. Like that's pretty sick and powerful. But we got Adrian in Queens. What is up?
What up, fellas?
What up?
Good morning.
Chilling.
Good weekend boxing. I thought Canelo dominated. The whole fucking fight. I don't think Ryder won any round. I ain't gonna front. He did look a little bit slower than usual. You know, he usually has like good, better upper body movement. So I gotta say, just from like you know, just from looking, he looked a little bit slower. But nonetheless, he beat the shit out of Ryder. Dominated. And yeah, Canelo still the face of boxing. That fucking stadium was packed out the ass. And a lot of people don't even know Canelo took a big ass pay cut just so he could fight in Mexico, so people could afford his tickets and go watch him. You know, you don't see too many other people, any other fighters like taking those big ass pay cuts for the people, typically, you know. And yeah, the only reason Tank did 1.2 over 4 million was because of Ryan, bro. Come on, look at his last fight with fucking Hector Garcia. They're like 66,000. You know, in order for Tank to be the boxing, he gotta do no less than like 500K. I feel like, you know.
But
And
Canelo didn't do a
he ain't doing that shit
million.
with nobody else.
Canelo didn't do a million until he fought Gennady after he fought Floyd. So, you know what I'm saying? Like it takes time.
Okay, I hear you, but I'm saying like for me, at least, he gotta do more. He gotta do like 500K or more. Like continue on for the rest of his fight. If you go back down to like 200,000, like, and then you know, come on. You know, Ryan had a big role in that shit because of his following too. Two big superstars. So, yeah, that's what I think.
All right, Adrian, appreciate you calling in. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash the thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It'll help put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans, letting them know we rocking and rolling multiple times a day. We got another show scheduled for 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
Champ, I'm pretty
Today is
sure.
Monday. We got Untitled, so we got a jam-packed day. Join us on YouTube members after this show for Untitled, where we talk about everything, not just boxing, preferably no boxing, truth be told. But if you're watching this, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. I got a Zap Sam. Can't be the face with Mickey Mouse bells. $2 super chat. We got Marco, $2 super chat. Can you talk about the Mago Michael Soto robbery? Didn't see it. Drew, $10 super chat. I saw the face of boxing in Guadalajara where it was electric and packed. That man is number 5 on Forbes and has Super Bowl commercials. Even head of Saudi boxing came to Guadalajara to see Canelo. Damn. Damien.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Shout
Did you
out
know
to.
that?
I didn't. But I heard. Yo, that's crazy, champ. Hey, Damien, I ain't a dude to count pockets. But I'm pretty sure I say send me 10%. You feel me? And you been Danny crazy over here, man.
Nah, I
Making
forgot.
me lose my train of thought. But outside of that, Damien, how you gonna win $400 with my bets?
Send
Super
40,
chat
send a
me.
40.
He super chat me and say, shout out to Ness for them bets. Came up on 400 and sent me $2. Damn. damn. I'm from the East, man. Give me $20. Give me $20. You feel? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Bros, you fucking moving slow as hell. Betting show, man. That's betting show right there. That man made 400 off Nest picks. Just saying. Average boxing fan, we got $2. He says, let's help David count his pay-per-view numbers. He's still at it. You mean Showtime still counting? Negro, $2. Ness, gang banging on AI, laughing out loud emoji. I don't know what that means. Mark, £5. Forbes tells you who the face of boxing is. Period. Right about that. Right about that. But I'm sure Tank will get on there because he just made one of the highest gates in boxeo. Period. Period. C to the Y to the P, where you at? Two-tone, what's up? Two-tone, the superstar. Still connecting. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up.
Yo,
What
y'all
it
hear
do?
me?
I hear you. I hear you.
Yo, man. They gotta understand, bro. The optics of that Canelo shit was amazing. The ring walk, all that shit was amazing. But it had zero impact. Zero impact.
Bro, that shit had 4.8
Drake,
million views. You ain't see that shit?
nah, man, that's zero impact, bro. Tank got the impact, bro.
Mm.
If you watching
I
first
mean,
take,
Tank got the
first
impact with
take.
the culture, because you talking about Drake.
Nah, first take, bro. They not talking about Canelo today. Undisputed, they not talking about Canelo today. When Tank got done fighting, they was talking about Tank and Ryan on both of them shows on ESPN. And they talked about them niggas in the first
It's no
block.
way. It's no way they're not gonna talk about them. Come on, man. That shit was a
I
fucking
get
movie
that,
over there.
Ness, they not talking about that shit because dance partners still matter. The optics and all that show, the wrestling shit, that shit was amazing. But that shit has zero impact. If Canelo wants to face his boxing back, he know what he got to do. He got to go face that Mexican monster from Phoenix, Arizona, David Benavidez. He know what he got to do. And let's say Gervonta Tate Davis says, okay, I'm gonna fight Devin Haney next. It's fucking over. It's fucking over for Canelo. It's
What?
fucking over. If Gervonta Davis fights Devin the Dream Haney next, Tank is solidified as the face of boxing
Damn,
because his fan
solidified.
solidified. Because Gervonta Tate Davis fan base, they take any. The nigga say he'll fight a pencil and they'll like that shit. Imagine if Tank saying nigga tells his fans, I'm going to get all the belts, and Leonard Booger Nose Ellerby is saying we about to get the belts. Biggest fight in motherfucking boxing. The only way Canelo can get it back is he fights David Benavidez. And nobody give a fuck about the Bivol fight. Absolutely nobody. Zero impact. Drake's last album did numbers, but zero impact. Zero. Nobody cared about that dance hall shit. Zero impact. When Jay-Z drops an album, it's impact. We impacted. Tank is impacting the sport of boxing. That Canelo shit gonna be forgotten tomorrow. Facts.
All
Fight
right,
David.
champ. All right. Appreciate the call, man. Um, on that note, I know it's early, but when I did the promotion, which was an honest review, I got a lot of people saying show the pictures. So it is early for eating these tacos, but let me tell you, when 12 o'clock comes around, if you're in Las Vegas, don't forget to stop at Foodie Fit. Like I said before, you don't have to eat garbage when on the road, especially not here in Vegas. Shout out to Foodie Fit that has some amazing shrimp tacos. I'm telling you, there's like 20 to 30 shrimps in each of these tacos. So people ask for pictures. Here's your pictures. Look how fat that thing is. That's not corn, by the way. Oh shit, let me move that. That's going to be a bad promo with a curse word, but it's all good. That's not corn, by the way. That's mangoes. Those are diced mangoes. I'm telling you, this is an explosion of flavors. This is orgasmic. This is a must have, and this is under $13. Head on over to Foodie Fit. 3 locations in Las Vegas. I love Foodie Fit. And I'm saying it because it's honesty. Look at all the weight that I've lost, but look at how flavorful that looks. Just saying, man. Shout out to Foodie Fit. Check them out right here in Las Vegas. We going out to the next caller, but I do got some super chats. But again, listen, that's not promotion. That shit is honest review. I literally have those in my fridge. I love those shrimp tacos. I'm just keeping it 100, 100. We last stopped off at Mark. We got Caesar Batista. Caesar $5 super chat. He says the two potential faces of boxing fought each other, and their numbers together are competing against Canelo in a tune-up. It's not even close yet. Well, who's the tune-up? Are you saying that Gennady was a tune-up and Gennady had 557, and that's what it's not even close? So I don't know, because Canelo hasn't done a million in a while. So we got high as fuck while raising my kids. $5 super chat says, have y'all watched the Earl Spence interview he did with his wife? Hashtag y'all the mans. I actually did watch it. It's an hour long plus. I didn't make it through all of it. Someone finally sent me the timestamp so I could get straight to the Earl parts, but I haven't done that. I know he's talking about the negotiations, but truth be told, it's like I told you, I'm just not even motherfucking beat no more. Like, that fight, I got zero energy. It's gonna come back. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. It's gonna come back the minute they announce it. But like the days of me doing shows on every single rumor, tweet, is it going? Man, fuck that shit. They dropped the ball. If they can't see they ain't dropped the ball, that's their problem. For real, for real. CYP, I take it you had a counterpunch. I don't know if that was the one that you used to cut the line or not. If so, appreciate you nonetheless. We do got some super chats I got to get to. Discord is open if you want to rock and roll. Looks like I got Majid. Go ahead and talk to us. If
What
you're on YouTube,
y'all can
smash
hear
the
me?
thumbs up. We hear you perfectly, champ.
Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join YouTube members and Patreon for something. I was trying to read the title while I was saying that. That was kind of hard. But yeah, man. I guess I'll just go back to yesterday because I had to deal with the kids and hop off. Um, I feel like Canelo's still a face of boxing just because if we was to start lining up the fights or whatever, just to like kind of compare who could hit a milli on their events, I'm like, you got Canelo, he could fight that one they talking about today, Benavidez. You know, well, the 3-fight deal that PBC offered him or whatever, that was what Benavidez with Caleb Plant and motherfucking
Nah.
what
Benavidez,
was
Charlo, and Earl.
Okay, so those 3 fights by itself, it had World just talking like a motherfucker, especially with a Spence in that bitch or whatever they was willing to give him up. And if he would have took that shit, that'd have been something we talking about today where they know that he could get a million, you know what I'm saying, plus or whatever. And then all those other ones he got over there with fucking Eddie Hearn and Bivol, if he decide he want to work with motherfucking Bob Brown, fight better beef. I'm like, this dude got so many motherfucking choices. Like, could Tank be potential face in the future? You know, possibly, yes. You know, but as of today, Canelo got so many motherfucking choices. And you see, they got the, like you said, they got the motherfucking foot TVD, damn walking TV. You can walk on TVs and shit. I'm like, I don't really think it's no comparison yet for somebody that just did their first event and going over 1 mil, you know? And yeah, basically my point is that Canelo got we could try to match up Tank with who? We got Shakur, fucking Devin Haney. Who else do we would we have where he get over 1 million? You know, I don't know. I've been thinking about it and I just
Shakur.
don't know.
What
But
about,
Canelo,
you said
huh?
Shakur? Did you say Shakur?
Yeah, we got that. So what? Devin Haney and Shakur, that's 2 fights. You know,
Then
fucking
then what
PBC
about
had a
what
3-fight
about
deal for Canelo, that would have did more, like, 3 fights or whatever. That's gonna generate, more and over 1 million. So as far as the face of boxing, he got so many choices. He could choose his destiny and know that it's gonna be a big event with a hell of money. You know what I'm saying? So as of right now, I still got Canelo to face because Javante, that's a shooter film, man. Just the accolades alone. I just don't really feel like it's a comparison yet. He like Danielson, the young grasshopper. You doing your thing, but you ain't did your thing enough yet or whatever to get that title. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing I can say to him is keep working, and you might be there one day. But as of today, oof, we gotta stop. We know what it is, like, and I'm a Canelo hater, but when it comes to that business, playing chess and seeing how you can move around
That's
and
the
everything,
bell, Majid.
Canelo
That's
got
the
that.
bell. That's the bell. That's the bell. We got Supermax Counterpunch.
Yo, what up, Ness? What up, Danny? I'm gonna go
Max,
ahead and
what
use
up?
my call on this too. I gotta get back to work. I think CYP and some other guys hit it the best, man. We're kind of transitioning. We're kind of in a transition period where Canelo's still that guy, but he's kind of phasing out, and Tank's coming back in. Two Tone brought up being on Undisputed in First Take. I guess we forgot that Undisputed in First Take actually went and parked out of the T-Mobile for like Canelo Triple G or something. I'm pretty sure Danny was on one of them shows.
Yo, hey,
I've
champ,
seen Danny on.
they relocated their show for the fight.
Yeah, for the whole week, for fight week. Canelo did 1 million straight 3 times. That being said,
Yeah, but
though,
that was not for
I
this fight. That's what they saying. He's losing the face of boxing
but
spot if Undisputed
and
and
that's
First Take aren't talking about you. That's what they're telling you.
and that's
Don't
what I'm
talk
saying
about
though
old
is
news.
we're in a transition. Though, is what I'm saying. Because Canelo has like, I think when we think of face of boxing, those guys put on events, right? And as cool as the shit was Saturday, to me that wasn't an event. Tank Ryan was an event. Canelo, in my mind, I feel like has one big event left in him, and that would be the Benavidez fight. Even if he fought Charlo, Andrade, those just aren't going to be events. Events are fights that the sports world stops and takes notice, like a Tank Ryan, like a Canelo Triple G, like a Mayweather Canelo, Mayweather Pacquiao, Oscar Floyd, Lennox Lewis and Tyson. There's very few of those. I think there's one left for Canelo, and I think Tank has a few of those. I think Shakur Stevenson will be an event. I think Devin Haney, especially if he beats Loma convincingly, will be an event. Then there's a lot of other names that could possibly come down the line. I think Canelo, um, his era is we're in the tail end of it, and Canelo's still the man, but Tank's coming up. Like I said, we're in a transition period. There's nothing wrong with that. Canelo's almost at 20 years in the game. I think people seem to lose sight of that. He's been fighting professional for a long time. But that being said, yeah, I think it goes based off the amount of events you have left in you, and I think Canelo honestly has one left. That would be the Benavidez fight. Outside of that, man, I think Tank.
Champ, that's the bell. Ron Boy Fresh, what up?
Yo, what up, Slim? What's good with y'all boys?
Another day, another
How you doing?
podcast. What it do?
Man, I think my man Majid took my shine, took my spot, but man, come on, man. We know Davis' job maxed out. In order for him to hit another meal, he gotta fight Rock. That's just it. He's going back down to his normal 200, maybe 300K. Man, Cinnamon got so many fights that he can get a mil. He can hit a million on. We can name 3 or 4 fights where he can hit a meal.
Which
You got
one? Which
my man.
one?
Yeah, my man. You got Benavidez.
Mm-hmm.
You got Earl.
But why Benavidez?
That's
I gotta
2.
challenge you. Why Benavidez?
No,
Let me challenge
because
you
we
though,
all
because
know
we don't. But we didn't even see
no, no,
Benavidez
listen.
numbers. They swept that under the
Yeah, but
rug. At least Triple G
I hear
did
you.
200,000,
You're the-
170,000
Right,
both times
right,
out.
right, right. But I've been consistent though, finesse. But we all know when Benavidez and Cinnamon get announced, and I think it's going to be September. We all know they're going to be saying the same thing. Face of boxing is now, can Benavidez beat his face of boxing? We know this. We know this. And we know that Benavidez Cinnamon will do more than what Caleb Plant and Cinnamon did. and that did 800. So we already know they're going to do a million
I
buys, bro.
mean,
Come on,
yo, you
don't
gotta
act
get,
like that. Don't act like that. Don't act like that.
you gotta give credit to Plant. He smacked Canelo. Like, is Benavidez gonna make people tune? Bruh, I think that
Don't
shit. I think that's what made it go on
yeah,
all viral and hit first take.
you wild as
Nobody,
shit, bro.
bro, you smack a
You
A
wild.
side? When you seen an A
I hear
side get
you.
smacked?
That's cute, all. That's cute, all. But like I said, we know Benavidez and
That's the
motherfuckers
bell.
said that
That's
they're
the
gonna
bell.
do it. Man.
Y'all
I got
wildin'. Y'all keep downplaying that, bro. You smack an A side. Remember when Vitali got spit on with the water that with Chisora, bro? That shit is epic, iconic. That shit is make more noise, man. CYP counter punch.
Definitely brought a lot of attention to the fight. I can't deny that, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, y'all 100% right about that. Because people was telling me in my gym, you see him smack him, get the fuck out of here. But
Like,
whatever.
I'm not
We
saying
got
it was
we,
on that Will Smith level, but that shit was
yeah,
definitely making
I mean,
rounds.
that's a great
yeah.
example, though. You see, Will Smith shit travel like that. Smacking is different, bro. That's like disrespect on a high level.
Especially for Mexicans, bro. Like, I'm not saying I'm obviously in general, but yo, that shit made plenty of blog sites. But anyway, CYP, go ahead with your counter, man.
All right, listen, man. Some people are confused on what the fuck I'm saying, so you know me. I have no problem explaining it. A face is multicultural. A face is multicultural. When you think of the face of something, it's not a race, it's a face. Understand this. I bet y'all do not know that Taylor Swift has sold more albums than Beyonce. She has. Fact. But she's not the face of music Beyonce is. Why? Because Beyonce songs are sung by people who are not just black, not just white, not just Asian, not just this. Taylor Swift, 90% of her people are just white. That's why nobody looks at her as being bigger than Beyonce. When you cross over, there is no color to the face. It's multicultural. When it comes to Michael Jackson, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Madonna, there are people you have to cross. But if y'all don't understand that, cool. But you cannot deny that Beyonce is bigger than Taylor Swift. But based on your logic and what you're saying, that's impossible because she sold more albums. Selling more albums don't make you the face if the people buying them look just like you. It's Canelo Alvarez's fan base is the biggest fan base, right? Which is Mexican. But to be the face of it, it doesn't matter if you're Mexican. It shouldn't be. I said if I walk up to a white guy and ask him who's the face of boxing, he should say Canelo. If I walk to a Mexican, he should say Canelo. That's how he's the face. If only the Mexican says that, then he's not the face. He's the face to the Mexicans, not to everybody else. Who is the face of boxing in reality? It's still Floyd Mayweather. But is it Canelo over Tank? Yes. But in reality, it's actually Floyd. Anybody you go to, they're going to say Floyd Mayweather. They're not going to say Canelo. He's never been the face. If you'd have went in the 80s or the 90s and asked a Mexican who was the face of boxing, they would have said Chavez Sr. But he was never the face of boxing. But they still would have said him, right? And they have all right to because that's what they see. But he was never it as the face. There's no color to the face of any sport. We all know Ronaldo. We all know Messi. We all knew Larry Bird. It doesn't matter if you're black or white, but people who don't look like you have to recognize you as such for you to be the face. That's just, man, y'all take that where y'all want to go. CYP out.
All right, my brother. Appreciate you calling in. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. Got to get to some of these super chats. We do appreciate the love. I want to remind you we're going to have an episode of Untitled. If you're a YouTube member on any level, head on over to our community page, drop a topic, question, or recommendation. It could be a movie, it could be a song, it could be a video, whatever it is you want us to talk about. It's on our community page right here on youtube.com/. The Boxing Voice. You got to be a member, but any level gets you in. Same thing on Patreon. If you want to ask a question or recommend a topic, drop it on Patreon. Any level gets you in. We're going to Gilbert
It's
Perez.
crazy. I'm looking at just Google Trends and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So CYP said Floyd. So I'm like, let me add Floyd to this because I had Canelo and Tank, right? Bro, Floyd, when he fought Logan, was searched more than double
Mm.
any Canelo fight,
Wow.
any Canelo anything in the last 5
Nah, them
years.
them dudes, they serious, man. They serious.
more than double, and then
So hold up real quick. I got me a little question in the chat that we must answer. Someone says, is Untitled for prospects? So, as a prospect, you can drop a title, a topic, or, what do they call it? It's like a topic suggestion, but
you could also drop a question.
you could also drop a question, Andres. You could drop a question or a topic suggestion as a $3 prospect. We got to split that coffee, he and I. And my kind of is kind of low right now. So that being said, you could only ask or recommend a subject. You can't actually listen to the show. You know what I'm saying? Got to get your prospect. You got because you ain't supposed to be a prospect forever. Who wants to be a prospect forever? You know what I'm saying? You see Keyshawn trying to jump the line. So, eventually you got to move up from prospect and get into other categories. That being said, we got Gilbert Perez, $5 super chat, says Ryder had never tasted the canvas until he met Canelo. Ryder has a knockout, but it was premature stoppage in England against Nick Blackwell. Worst refs. Philip J. Fries, $10 super chat. To the last caller, 0, laughing my ass off. Ha ha ha. Jay-Z, the world is bigger than your community. Go travel the world. World emoji. Hey, Danny, they can't. It. What? Hey, Danny, they can't it? Laugh out loud, laugh out loud.
Yeah, I don't know what he meant, yeah.
Me neither. I guess he thought it was an inside with you, though. I'll tell you that.
Maybe he missed a word? I don't know.
He thought he was inside with you and Danny. We got West Virginia, new caller. Who this? We love new callers around here. Who this? Who this?
West Virginia.
Don't be scared, man. Don't be scared. You hit the one by accident.
Yo, matter of fact, I got a video.
304. Maybe you ain't in West Virginia, but you got a 304 number, 304, 304, 304.
I'm going to send a video to
304,
tell me what you think.
Stop. Fucking dogs, bro. They always on my. Hey!
We got 2 dogs for sale for anybody that wants
304. Going once, going twice. We out of here. Making my job easier. Hey. We going out to the 909. And it's not Andrew. It is actually Jesus.
Hello?
Yo. What up, Champy?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Of course.
I think Canelo's still the face of boxing. Canelo's going to be the face of boxing for the next 4 or 5 years. 4 or 5 years. So he has a lot of big fights left. He has Kiko Fierro, Spence, Carlo, Benavides. He could do all 3 of those in Texas. There would be $1 million pay-per-view that would sell. I think Tank has he's like right behind him, but he has work to do. That's my call.
All right, Champ. Appreciate the call. Without a doubt. Thank you for joining us. Twitter Spaces is open. Discord is open.
I think that's a bit ambitious. My personal opinion. I think the next 4 or 5 years is a hell of a stretch.
I'm so ambitious. I might hit 2 sisters.
Hello?
What up, Jay Will in Ohio?
Yo. What's up? What's good, man?
What's goody?
Hey, man, just real quick, man. Some of these narratives is, I mean, it's good getting different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? I think CYP. I kind of feel what he's saying a little bit about the multicultural thing. Being able to cross over different genres and stuff. I think that should count a little bit, but I think the face of boxing thing is still kind of up for grabs. But I think the hottest fighter right now definitely is Tank. Has he taken over face of boxing completely? I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't go that far. But I hear a lot of people giving Canelo credit for selling out in Guadalajara and all that. You know what I'm saying? A homecoming fight is like it's more of an indictment on you not being a star if you can't come close to selling out or selling out on a homecoming fight. Like if you
must be
if you sell out
Earl must be nothing then.
Mm-hmm.
He don't never come close to selling out.
Who comes close?
Earl,
Who doesn't come close to 7-0?
Earl. So, but based off what you saying, Earl go to Dallas because he can't sell no tickets, and cause he don't even come close to selling out his hometown.
I mean, 40,000 is still 40,000.
I
I
mean,
mean,
55,000 is more than 40,000 last I checked. So you want to shit on
but
Canelo?
so hold on, man. So before you try to hijack my call, just hold on. Let me finish my point. At the end of the day, though, like Bud did 13,000 in the 15,000 arena, and Bud can't sell any pay per views. He can't sell no pay per views, and he sold out at home. So selling out at home is all relative to where your home is at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to give Canelo a whole bunch of credit for selling out in a homecoming
I'm
fight.
just
That's what he's
saying, there's
supposed to
only
do.
there's only one dude that could even come close to Canelo selling out at his home like that, and that is Earl in the last 5-10 years. You know what I mean? So you don't have to give him credit. We just see that you are trying to discredit, but what he did, you can't help but talk about it. Only other person doing that is AJ, and that's
No,
another country.
no. Now Earl from Long Island. Now he from New York for real. He ain't from Dallas. That's why he can't sell out Dallas. That's what they said in the chat. They is
Mm.
hilarious.
Well, he is from
But
Brooklyn.
Word,
His
yeah,
family, right?
word.
but
Long Island, yeah.
Mm.
but the one thing I do want to say to the Tankamaniacs, man, um, watch carefully how the Stanellos have done Canelo. They supported everything he did when he went from 2018 up to 2021. And the biggest threat to his throne was Daniel Jacobs, probably, with Yildirim and Billy Joe Saunders in that whole 3 to 4 year period. You know what I'm saying? Don't let Tank do the same thing, all you Tankamaniacs. Make sure Tank fights Shakur. Make sure he fights Devin Haney. Make sure he fights Lomachenko and them. Because if he does do that, he can pretty much make the Canelo era forgotten.
Man, you
Because
sound
that's
like
something
a
that
you
Canelo
sound
didn't
like
do.
a
When he
you
had the
sound like
chance
a
to do all
straight
that
hater.
and fight the people that we wanted him to fight, he didn't do it. He wanted to
You a
give us four
clown,
years
bro.
of a whole bunch of stuff that we didn't really want to see.
Champ,
So,
champ,
uh,
champ. He didn't give you the Floyd fight. He didn't give you the Islandri Laura fight.
Trout.
Like y'all said he wouldn't fight Floyd, he fought him. Y'all said he wouldn't fight Trout, he fought him. Y'all said he wouldn't fight Laura, he fought him. Y'all said he wouldn't fight Gennady, he fought him 3 times. He fought Bivol. What in the fuck are you talking about? Like some of you dudes just like to show that you were born a fucking hater. Like clown shit. I keep telling you, say your call to yourself in the mirror. Make your corrections before you go live, because now we see you just a Canelo hater. Simple. Cesar Bautista, $5. Poll, Canelo Benavidez, Tank Devin, Earl Bud, Fury. They all fight on the same night. Who you watching? That's the face of boxing. All right. All right. We're going to do that poll. I like it. I don't know that we're going to have enough time to see how far it get. We got over 1,000 votes on this one and not 1,000 likes.
Nope.
So fuck y'all very nicely. You know what I'm saying? Hating. Feel me? But yeah, we'll see. This is actually a nice poll. Which
Yo,
one you watching, Danny?
some people weird.
Actually, I think I know what you gotta watch. What you watching? You got Benavidez, Canelo, Tank, Devin, Earl Bud, and Fury Usyk all same night. Same night, same fight, but one of us cats ain't playing right. I'll let you tell it.
I mean, which one I'm watching?
Which one you watching?
You know which one I'm watching.
Which one? Canelo versus
Nah,
Benavidez, or all Mexican affair?
nah, I'm watching Tank versus Haney.
Damn.
That's a fight. I mean, they're both fights I've wanted. I just feel like you got two guys more in their prime.
Mm.
Like out of all those fights you mentioned, I think that's the two guys most in their prime. Usyk, Fury, you get what I'm saying? I don't think they in their prime. Uh, uh, but yeah.
Mm. Nah, I mean, you might be right, man. I like this poll question. Shout out to the designer that made it, the inventor, the
Yo,
creator.
so if Earl from New York, and that's why he can't
Bro, you gonna
he
fall for
can't.
that?
Nah, I'm just saying that's why he only filling up half the stadium What's Canelo's excuse for breaking the indoor bracket at AT&T Stadium when he not from Dallas?
But he did 70, Canelo, in another fucking country, bro. It don't matter.
Nah, he did 55.
He did 70 with.
Nah, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I was in Dallas, so that's what I'm saying. The same stadium that Earl can't sell out because he not from Dallas is what they saying. So what's Canelo's excuse? I'm just, you know what I mean? That was y'all example, but moving on to the next caller. Who we got? Phone lines is open. We ain't got nobody on Twitter Spaces. Looks like we got who we got on Discord. I mean, not on Discord, on Block Talk. Jones on the beat. Did we get to you?
Nah, we ain't get the Jones. We got to do that, but we also got some super chats we got to get to as well. Looking like John, $2. Shame on TBV for letting CYP get away with that shit. What shit?
I don't know.
I mean, this is a call-in show, champ.
Not
Call
just
in.
that, but
Voice your opinion.
his last call, I felt like he actually, I mean, it was pretty sensible.
He was spot on.
He was sensible for sure.
He was spot on.
From what I remember.
Okay. Let me see here. We got C Dub in the place to be.
Yo, that was a good poll though.
Yo. That's what's up, man. Discord be tripping, bro. I don't know what it is, but Twitter got us straight, got me in. Shout out TBV, smash that like button. It's free.
It's free.
Do something with yourself, man. You shouldn't have the likes to be the same amount as the poll votes, man.
Word.
Get them likes up. No rain walk, doing his thing.
What up, champ?
What's good? What's goody? You know, Ness is, I mean, damn, Canelo's still the face of boxing, man. It's just he losing his stronghold on it. He's losing his dominance of being the only face. And it will continue to slide down if Canelo don't pick the fights that the people, the fans, not the man fans, but the fans want. Because the people are not fooled anymore. They're not fooled. Like, there has to be some mystique to sell a fight. There was none, there is none with Bivol. Everybody know Bivol's going to win, hands down. It's not a 50-50 fight. It's a loss. It's an excusable loss. It's still a loss. So if you want people to be intrigued, people talking about the fight, people having your name and talking about you all the time, fight somebody that's a 50-50. But when you got people talking about the LED lights, the ring walk, the aesthetic of the stadium with the fireworks and shit, they don't, I don't know if they're face of boxing shit, but we talking about the opponent. Like, if you talking about the aesthetic of the visual, that's something else,
But is it though? And hear me out. Just hear me out. Right? Hear me out, because you talking
Yeah.
about the face. So CYP brought up music, right? He brought up Taylor Swift and Beyonce. Bro, the production and the amount of money that goes into their tours is gonna be so much bigger than you get what I'm saying? Maybe somebody like Summer Walker. Reason being why?
Got
Because
you.
they bigger, they draw more. So you gotta put on
Got
more
you.
of a spectacle.
Got you. And if that's the case, and then that's great and all, it's just you will lose your stronghold on being a face if people are talking about the spectacle, I believe, and the aesthetic of the fight instead of the fight. That's just me. If you fight an Andrade that's 50-50, I think people will talk about the fight instead of the aesthetic.
But see,
If
I
you fight
think
a
you
David
talking. I
Benavidez,
think you talking about best fighter versus the face. You get what I'm saying? Like LeBron is the face of the NBA. He ain't the best NBA player.
got you. I got
Not
you.
right now. He might not even be right now the best player on the Lakers. You get what I'm saying?
Got you. Got you. If
But
he
he's
was
still
fighting
the
David, though, I don't
face.
think they'll be talking about the LED lights. I don't care what type of lights he walk on. If he fight David or Andrade, they're not gonna be talking about them lights.
PBC don't care about the production.
You right. You right, man. You know what this is? Again, a undercover hater, right? Because they are trying to overemphasize me giving you a vivid picture of how Saturday looked in my recap show Sunday. And I was definitely blown away by the LED sidewalk that Canelo walked into the ring. Shit was over like 50 feet long. You feel me? Um, but he's glossing over the fact that not only was the show titled, but I said that Canelo bloodied, dropped, and dominated John Ryder. So when you say, "Oh, we're talking about the LED sidewalk more than the fight," that's just a lie, and your spin on a narrative. Like we talked about Canelo getting 2 knockdowns,
Now,
bloodying him,
not
dominating him, and still being critiqued as if he lost a step. Whereas you take a comparison in Charlo fighting Juan Manuel Macias and looking average, not dropping him, not stopping him. No one asking Charlo to retire or saying that he lost the step.
so. One thing I will say too, Ness, is just because you have the fireworks and the lights and the the spectacle, the mariachi, whatever, the ring entrance, not just do you still have to win the fight, but you still have to have people show up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I could light some candles and put some fireworks off. I'm sure I could go find some fireworks. The fourth is coming up, and then but it, and I could make it go boom for Border Wars. I don't mean we're gonna have 55,000 in there.
Mm-hmm.
That don't mean we're gonna have 1,000 or 500 or 250 in there. So I just think that when you put the effort in and understanding just how big things are, again, bro, the production going into a Beyonce concert ain't gonna be the same production going into, I mean, your baby mom's uh mixtape. You know what I mean? It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the same. So
CYP counterpunch.
Yo, yo, yo. This go out to the chat. Let me tell you something, chat. I speak for you. Understand me? Y'all hate in that motherfucker and I bring it to live because y'all have a voice. I speak for you. I'm your king. I'm your messiah. I'm your face of the chat. But listen to this. Listen to this shit. Serious note. In certain sports, you are the face if they continue to use you even in retirement. That is the face of the sport. Conor McGregor retired for years, and they still used him as the face because he was. It didn't matter. You were always hoping that he fight again. Is he really retired? Because he's the face, whether he's fighting active or not. If they continue to use you to promote that sport, it's because you are the face. We see these boxing matches. Who's in the goddamn crowd for the big fights? Floyd, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, Floyd. Floyd, Mike Tyson. That is because they are the face of the actual sport. They keep using them to promote it because they can. Once somebody else takes it, it's theirs. It's theirs. Same way LeBron took it from Kobe, the same way Jordan took it from Magic and Bird. It happens. You have to take it, and then they use you even in retirement until somebody else takes it. As long as we keep seeing Floyd at these goddamn fights, Floyd gonna be the face of boxing as long as we see him. Canelo got to say, Floyd, we don't need you no more. Everybody's gonna sell regardless because I'm carrying this shit. Canelo don't carry shit but him. He carries himself and he carries the Mexican fan base. If Canelo loses, it's gonna be a problem in people's pockets because people pay to see people lose. And Canelo versus Benavidez, in my opinion, I'm being honest with y'all, I don't think it does a million. The reason why I don't think it does a million is because hardcores do not and have never determined million buys. Casuals determine if it's going to be a million buy fight. We see all the fights, whether they flop or not. Hardcore see every fight, whether they flop or not. We don't determine if it's going to do a million. Our pockets don't do that. The casual do. So if you walk over to the casual and ask him about Benavidez Canelo, he don't say nothing. It ain't doing no million. You asked him about Tank Ryan, they talked about it. It did a million. That's how million buys work, not through us. We rock you out.
CYP appreciate the call.
Harlem World.
Yo, I kind of agree with CYP though. Cause to an extent, if it's not Floyd Mayweather, I would say the spot is vacant. Cause you could give Canelo the spot, you could give Tank. I would just say they neck and neck, and they could take the spot if they give us more fights that we give a fuck about. Um, quick question to y'all though, y'all two. Would you say maybe this ain't even gonna make no sense, but would you say Big Charlo and Benavidez is higher on Canelo's legacy totem pole than Margarito or Paul Williams would be for Floyd Mayweather? If that makes sense.
You said Big Charlo or who?
And Benavidez, is he higher on? Are they higher on Canelo's legacy totem pole than Paul Williams or Margarito for Floyd Mayweather?
Oh man. I personally don't believe so, but I also personally believe he's gonna at least fight one of the two before it's all said and done. So obviously there'd be that discrepancy there as Floyd ain't fight him, but I don't know, man. I think that's probably a better question for Ness. I feel like Ness came up through the business of Floyd. I came up watching Floyd as a fan, so maybe he can say something else or disagree for whatever reason, but I don't believe so.
Yeah,
No,
basically just
I don't think I don't
saying
think he
like,
higher. No, I don't think so. I get your question. Yeah.
yeah, that was all. I just wanted, and maybe I'll be looking in the chat to see what they got to say too. So
All right, bro. Thank you for the call.
that's my
Appreciate
call.
it. Yep.
All right, Harlem World, keeping it moving. We got more people on the line, on our show line. If you want to call in, 14255-6952-41.
Press one time.
West Virginia, I'm trying you again. Are you on mute? Can you get off mute? Are you rocking and rolling? 304, 304, 304.
Going once, two times.
All right. I just hate not to get a brand new caller on the show, man.
Yo, I hate how the polls disappear.
The polls?
Yeah, like, because if you have something pinned, once you answer, it won't show it because you got something pinned. So, like, it disappear, and it's like, I
You wanted
know.
to see the vote?
Yeah, bro, because I know for a fact that Canelo Benavidez had the majority of votes.
We got a members only super chat. 29 months at the contender level. Matt Ben 100. Stop fucking playing. No. Matt Ben, you playing.
He said, I'm watching all of them. This is what I want all.
You playing, bro. How you not a fucking champ, man? You were better too. I could use you back there, giving me advice, telling me what you betting on. We could get this money together. You playing games, man. You playing games. But anyway, back to his members chat at the contender level. Oh, you said that. He already answered it. So the poll states Canelo Benavidez, Tank Devin, Earl Bud, Fury Usyk. They all fight on the same night. Who you watching? 43% of the voting public says, I'm watching Canelo Benavidez. 22 says, I'm watching Tank versus Devin. 4% says, I'm watching Fury Usyk. 3%, fourth one says, I'm watching Earl Bud. 31%. 31%. If you want to call in, show line 1-425-569-5241. Press 1. Davidian, what it do?
And Jesus said,
Do you recall that, Ness? This
What?
guy says,
What's good?
let's all remember King Nello had a fight signed with Paul Williams before his accident.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You didn't know that? Yeah, Paul got into the motorcycle accident.
No, I remember him getting into the accident. Obviously, I didn't.
No, they had fight posters and everything. It was set.
Can y'all hear me
Unlike
okay?
Floyd, who wasn't
What's
going to
good,
fight him.
man?
You see Canelo fought Gennady, who Floyd didn't want to fight, was scheduled to fight Williams, who Floyd didn't want to fight.
My
We
guy,
hear you. We hear you, though. We hear you.
With your call. I was
I'm
just
sorry.
reading.
Danny just interrupted you and,
Ness
took us
rambling.
down a spiral.
But I was gonna say, who y'all think would have won that fight if Paul wouldn't have gotten
Bro,
his accident?
that was a young Canelo. The problem with Paul was he gave up his height. He was already knocked out, I believe. If he wasn't already knocked out by Sergio, or Quintana, right? There was a blueprint, but he threw 1,000 punches, man. It would have been interesting as hell to see how Canelo was going to deal with all those punches. Paul threw punches, and he was tall, but he gave up his height. I like that. I like that fight.
I mean, all I'm gonna say is I feel like Canelo's still the face of. I don't know. I feel like he's still the face of boxing, but I feel like the clock is ticking on him because, I mean, he's got to fight
Dimitri Bivol, like, and who else after that? And who says he gonna beat Dimitri? Like, I don't know. I feel like he's still, cause he put on a show, but his performance to me was a little. I don't know. I thought he would get Ryder up out of there, but that's. I still like Canelo, of course, but I don't know. I feel like the clock is ticking on him, but for right now, he's still the guy. But I just feel like if he fights a Benavidez or one of these other hungry dudes, they're gonna end up beating him. So I don't know. But I just want to know your thoughts on that. I really do believe that. I don't know. I mean, but I guess we got to see the fight and say that. I can't really just say that because I do like Canelo. So we just gotta wait and see. But yeah, love the show. And God bless the callers. God bless y'all. I'm out.
All right.
He's deleted.
Let's see what we got. Ronnie Phoenix, what up?
Good morning, guys. I guess on today.
All right.
In regards to the question in hand, I think Canelo's still a face. I think Tank's right there with him. I think Tank will surpass him real soon. As a face of boxing. Canelo's still there right now, though. And just like to talk about the other people like Floyd and them are still here. That's something with Canelo. He's gonna be the face for a while. Just like the other caller said, about 4 or 5 years, I would say he'll still be the face. That doesn't mean that we won't have two faces at the time. That don't mean Tank's not coming in and gonna pass him up, like I said in the beginning of the call. In regards to Harlem World's question about Benavidez and Charlo being meaning more to Canelo's career than Williams and Margarito did to Floyd. Margarito had 5 losses and they got caught up in that cheek scandal shit when he had the fucking when they were plastering the gloves, the fucking wraps before they put on the gloves. That took a lot of his credibility away. We see what Cotto did to him before. What happened to Cotto with the plastering. What happened when he didn't have it no more. Paul Williams was he was the boogeyman. Nobody wanted to fight him, but a lot of people didn't know about him either. A lot of people didn't know who Paul Williams was back then. He didn't have the name. He didn't have the namesake. You know what I'm saying? You got Benavidez, you got Charlo, who are big names in boxing right now. So they mean more to Canelo than those other two meant to Floyd. Plus, Floyd had a shitload of other people. Everybody wanted Floyd. That was the money man. But yeah, that's my my answer. I think Canelo's still the face right now. I think him and Tank are almost equal, and whoever's giving us the better fights is gonna end up with the better name right now, because if Tank gets in there with Stevenson, with Haney, even if he ends up fighting like a Teofimo Lopez. If Lopez wins this by some chance against Taylor and they make that fight, that's a good fight. It's not like Teofimo's a big dude. I mean, he's got a big frame, but he's not very. He's only like what, I think 5'7", 5'8" tops. So there's good fights to be made, man. Tank has the same opportunity. Everyone's saying that Canelo has a lot more names. Tank has a lot of names that he can make some big fights with. That's my
Ronnie.
call. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up.
Appreciate you,
Yo.
champ. Appreciate you. Numbers.
My check, my check.
1 2 1 2.
Trying to spark this cigarette. Thanks for taking my call, Naz. Danny, good morning. All right, man. I have a lot to get off my chest because, like, I woke up and the first thing I heard was CYP's brain aneurysm of a take. I had to get my coffee, my little morning cigarette ready. My thoughts on the fight. Like, I don't know if these people have never like played sports or much less even get in the boxing ring. Dude's gonna be rusty, bro. I didn't see no head movement from Canelo. Props to John Ryder for like just having heart to being out there. You know what I mean? Like, he showed he wasn't a bum. Kind of reminded me of Angulo, that Angulo fight where young Canelo was trying to take out Angulo, and I think the ref stopped it. And see, that's the thing. Like, who knows if a different ref in the states might have stopped it? You know what I mean? Like, that nose was fucked up. And so I think he needs one more fight, two more fights maybe before he faces like Benavidez or Bivol. He might need a Charlo. I know, like, I don't know I'd like to see him against a young gun, but obviously I don't make the fights because like Canelo ain't with that shit. I don't know if y'all seen that shit circulating where he went cabron, where he was just like he was kind of like offended at like somebody putting a rehydration clause in for him and shit like that. Where he just like, oh well, you should make the fights for me then, because then it'll be easier for me. So you could just see the mentality of the face of boxing, because the face of boxing is not a retired fighter. You feel me? The face of boxing is someone who's makes the whole landscape move around them, has the numbers to prove it, has the belts, has the whole thing. And like shout out to my man's Rico and Hassan out there in the UK. The way the face of boxing carries himself matters. You feel me? Bro, like when I saw the little paleteria, bro, like I got flashbacks to when out. All right, that's my call. I'll call back in later. Thanks, Ness.
Malcolm.
Yo, don't get me wrong. The story and all that's cool and all, but you still gotta make it shake. You still gotta deliver.
Yeah, y'all hear me?
I do. What up?
Excuse the noise in the background. I'm in the gym. Uh, Canelo's still the face of boxing, man. I feel like Tank is like creeping right behind him. You know what I'm saying? Canelo's big in the U.S. and with Mexico, they're like, you see how he is with the whole cell phone. I didn't even know he had his own gas station and all that shit. And Tank is Tank is just really right there. You know, I think unless Canelo gets a loss or Tank puts up some really big numbers, then he'll take over that spot. And the one thing I'll give Tank props for is everybody he fights now, they're getting big names. You know, they're becoming a bigger name, just like Rolly. It's kind of like you ever seen that well-known athlete that they just start fucking with a random bitch, and all of a sudden that chick is famous.
Yep.
Like that's how Tank star power is now. You know, so he's on his way, but I still got Canelo as the face of boxing.
All
So
right,
that's
Malcolm.
it. Yeah, that's it for my call, man.
That was
Get that
actually,
workout in. That was a good metaphor.
yeah, I like that analogy for sure.
All right.
Who we got next, champ?
We got a couple calls for sure, for sure. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and smash the thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. Got a couple super chats we need to get to. Looks like Cody, $2 super chat. That poll too hard. I'm setting up 4 TVs, no cap emoji, and barbershop. Okay, you must got a barbershop. You gonna be watching at the barbershop? I don't know. You gotta put the
Maybe he's
little
saying
while he
this.
getting it cut. I don't know.
Maybe he's saying this barbershop talk. I don't know.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Giovanni, what up?
Yo, what's the most TVs you ever had watching fights?
Like I don't do that. Watch more than one fight at once. I
Uh,
don't do that. But we had a Mayweather Pacquiao watch party, so I told you I don't remember know the count, but remember I told you it was mad TVs.
nah, yeah, because I remember Mayweather McGregor Cotto fought that day too. It was an
Mm.
HBO show. So I had like 2 TVs with Mayweather McGregor, then I had one TV with the Cotto fight on it.
Yeah, I like his free, but I'm gonna talk about it. Canelo announces Benavides, that'll end the whole talk because truth be told, it's like, you know what I mean? That's what face of boxings do, make big fights. That's why Tank is in the conversation because he made a big fight with Ryan. Giovanni, $5 super chat. Tell Tank to fill the Dallas Stadium his next fight, and then we give him the face of boxing status. If not, shut the fuck up. Whoever's saying Tank is the face. I mean, I guess that's a fair comparison and an unfair comparison because, yes, Canelo's not from America, but yes, Texas is baby Mexico.
So I saw that, right, and I'm like, damn, what stadium could Tank fight in, right? Because obviously,
Atlanta, right? Keep him in Atlanta. Just get a bigger spot.
mm.
Have him sell it out. Do $26
So you don't
tickets
you
like what's my man's name? Arrow.
so you don't want to do keep him close to home.
I mean, as long as you give him a stadium so he could do what they did. You know what I mean? Give him a spot where he could do $26 tickets and get 48,000 people, 60,000 people.
Yo, man.
Cause we're wrong. We're reporting wrong. Shout out to Boxing Habit, super Canelo fan. It's actually oh shit, I already changed it.
What the attendance?
Yeah, it was like 60,000.
It was 55.
60,470. Something like that.
Yeah, I ain't hear that number. I've heard 55 the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on to the next caller.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I find that very hard to believe. I'm not gonna lie to you.
60,257 was the announced attendance for Canelo versus Ryder in
Announced
Guadalajara.
from who though?
I mean, I'll just put that number in and see what Google says. 60,257 attendance.
Only reason is because that would mean they did 15,000 on the floor alone. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this dude, I'm sure he's not gonna look. I mean, it's definitely out there, but that's a video actually. Who is this? I wonder whose video because it's a video showing the crowd 3 minutes worth. Oh, Mayan Tiger Sports journalist, whatever that is. Yeah, Mayan Tiger Sports journalist. It is lit in that bitch. I wish I could show you this, but we've seen it on the fight, and people really don't care. They hating. What else we got? We got, we got, we got Bud. What up, Bud? On Discord. What up, Bud? On Discord. What up,
And if y'all
Bud?
tuned in, make sure to smash that like,
Real
hit that
Jose.
subscribe.
Real Jose. Real Jose. What up? What up? What up?
Yo, hello, can you guys hear me?
Perfect.
Yo, shout out y'all, shout out TBV, Danny
Shout
Ness,
out
smash
to
that
him.
like button.
What up?
Shit, so I'm right here at work and I'm thinking, I don't know, I think Canelo is kind of like towards the end of being the face of boxing. I think he probably has 3 big fights left, that being Bivol, Benavidez, and probably one of the Charlo brothers. I don't really want to see Errol Spence. I just think 147, Canelo fighting at 75 now, just, I don't know, it doesn't really make sense. But and then you got Tank. If you want Tank to take over, I think he has to take these 4 fights. I think he has to take Regis out. I think if Teofimo gets past Josh Taylor, he needs to take Teofimo out in Madison Square Garden. That'd be a really big fight. And then he can take Shakur and Devin, and then right off. And I ain't even a Tank fan, but I think that's a good lineup. I don't even know if how you want it, but I think those 3 fights for Canelo are his biggest fights left. And I think those 4 are probably the biggest fights for Tank right now. I don't know what you guys think, but that's my call.
Definitely the biggest fights. I don't know that those are the fights that we get, but those are definitely the bigger fights.
Mm-hmm. I got Stefan or Steven. What up? Got to unmute, champ. Got to unmute on Twitter. There you go. Say something.
Oh, is that for me, for Steve?
That's for you.
Oh, thank you ever so much, guys. Yeah, I'm just from London, England, and great feed as always. Just want to say, with regards to who the face of boxing is, it's not so much an important thing. I think in this side of the waters, it's not something that it's so important. I think because for so many years, obviously, that zero chance of anyone from the UK, even Europe, was ever going to be the face of boxing. I think the admiration that me and people from this country have had for overseas fighters, mainly American fighters, over the last few decades, has been so high. We've got so much admiration, so much respect. Like in awe almost. I think just in time over the last few years, where the networks, where technology, where communication has improved, the ability to be able to see the fights from around the world has become more accessible. It's that kind of awe and that wonder naturally for this generation. The kids growing up now, it doesn't exist like it did for my generation and the generations gone by. But still, I do believe that having this sort of imaginary face of boxing debate, even the pound for pound rankings in this country, it's not even a thing. It's more about the 17 weight divisions. It's more about who's the top 10, who's the top 20 in each weight. I think that's very much sort of like a football thing, because we're in soccer, where we have so many leagues, and especially in Europe, it's always about the different leagues. So we're quite used to differentiating between sort of weights, a la sort of leagues. It's a thing that is in our psyche, it's in our consciousness. I think that, bringing to the point about what has Tank done against Garcia, I think he's done exactly what he should have done. I think it's been a long time coming, because I think that Tank's ability and his skills, his skill set, his talent has far superseded his resume, unfortunately. So all I hope, for Tank's sake, I don't care. Well, if Tank decides to keep fighting sort of 12 rounders for a meaningless belt against top contenders, but not actually being recognised as a world champion himself, so be it. But I've always known that Tank is a tremendous fighter. I'm just glad that now he's got that kind of global recognition. Being like 1.2 million pay-per-view buy rates, being number 5 in sort of the all-time Nevada state record holder. That kind of thing is brilliant. I just think that Tank absolutely needs to fight the likes of the winner of Lomachenko Haney, and let's see what happens at 140 pounds with those boys. It's all about your resume. All you need is one big fight or two big fights on your record, and you're set for life. You're a Hall of Famer, or that's what you're known as. With regards to Canelo and Ryder, it's partly a case of people not respecting Ryder because of the unknown factor, because he's just from the UK, he's just a Brit, blah blah blah, and also that there is the possibility, Canelo didn't look, unbelievably brilliant.
Steve, that is the bell, champ. We do appreciate you calling in. Let's see here. Who else is on the phone lines?
And just want to remind everybody, Ness, it is Monday. That means Untitled today. That'll be in about an hour or so, right? About 9:30 or so. Um, and then pending what time this show ends, but about an hour after we're done here. And then we also have the 12 o'clock as always. So definitely extra content coming off this big fight weekend.
Jose, Anaheim.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh shit! It's Santa Ana, not Anaheim.
Oh, sure. Santa Ana.
Oh, yes, sir. Well, what's up, man? That's Benny. Hey, I was just did you guys see the weigh-in? How they had snipers up on the rooftops?
Nah. Damn.
Yeah, there's a video. They had snipers up in the rooftops.
You talking about for Tank Ryan?
Nah.
Nah, for Canelo.
Oh, I saw them for Tank Ryan. I didn't see them for the Canelo fight. The Canelo weigh-in was indoors, so I don't like. Are you saying they had snipers?
You said you saw snipers, gunmen, armed snipers on the roof. You seen?
I mean, yeah, Metro for the. Well, I'm talking. No, he talking about Mexico. I don't know about Mexico, but for the Tank Ryan, the Wayne was outdoors in Metro. Yeah, Metro had people posted on top of the hotels and the parking garages. But the Canelo weigh-in in Mexico, it was indoors at like an auditorium. So if they had snipers indoors, that's kind of different.
They didn't have snipers indoors. Did you see the video when that was rolling up in his G-Wagon?
To the fight, you mean? I saw him rolling up in the G-Wagon to the fight.
Yeah. When he rolled up to the weigh-in, and all the people were storming. The Mexican channels were showing that this had snipers up on the rooftop.
I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, look it up. I think in Spanish, francotiradores rooftop. You can look that shit up. Anyways, I kind of feel like this fight for the injury that Canelo had, he should have taken a little bit more time off. He should have taken it like maybe till September of the fight.
So you wanted him to take a whole year off? 7 months, 8 months wasn't enough time?
Well, initially didn't he say that he was gonna fight till September?
Nah, he said he was gonna rematch Bivol in September. He's always said that, but
Oh, all right, all right,
yeah.
all right. Yeah, 'cause I thought he said he was gonna take a. He's like, oh, I'm gonna take a time off, and you guys could fight each other and shit. And anyway, well, that's my call, man. I was fucking drunk as shit already. At that by Saturday night,
Damn, you drunk? Bro,
everybody
it's
was all
8:30
fucked
in the
up.
morning, bro. What are you doing, bro? Go get some help.
What?
Nah, at the fight,
At the
bro, at the fight.
fight.
Oh! I thought you said right now you drunk.
Danny, you
Fight night.
smoke early too. You
Nah,
talking about go get some help. Wow. All right,
nah,
champ.
I was.
Yeah,
That is your call, the
a, s-
bell. CYP, third counter
a
punch
smoke,
in the road.
a smoke and liquid poison is two different things, champ.
I mean, some would call that the devil's lettuce. You know,
I
you call
mean,
it liquid
last
poison.
time I checked, the Lord put this on God's green earth. But CYP, what up with it?
Man, you know what? I fucking forgot, yo. Today is my motherfucking birthday, and I'm so I'm so into this boxing. I
I
totally
get
forgot
it
that
now.
shit.
You a fucking tourist, bro. Bro,
Yeah,
it makes so much sense now. You a fucking
yeah,
bro.
fool.
Taurus is so emotional. It makes so much sense
I
now.
mean, aren't they the bull?
Bull, baby.
But what the
I couldn't believe
I
that shit.
don't. Does it mean
But
something
yeah,
though? I'm
you're
not trying to
bull.
be funny. Does the
Yeah,
bull mean
Yeah.
something for
I
y'all?
mean, stubborn.
Oh, okay.
Probably. I mean, I'm sure it has to do with some sort of toughness too. Is
No,
it?
no, no.
Yeah.
My sister
I gotta
birthday
look it
next
up. I
week,
could
but
look it up.
that's crazy
I
because
got the horoscope app.
okay.
All
But
right,
go ahead,
cool. Listen, man.
Carlos.
Listen, man. Look, CYP training. I need $1. I need $1. I need $1, right? Because what I'm trying to do is, since I'm the new face of the chat, I need to chat. And anybody listening, CYP training, send me $1. I want to see how many dollars I can collect. That's what we need to do. For my birthday, whatever dollars y'all give me, I'm going to use that the weekend to drink. I don't really drink at all, but I'm going to do that because, you know what I'm saying? It's time for a change around here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find a new hobby. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this weekend when I go out, I'm going to say, whatever the fuck is in that cash app, I'm about to use this for 2 or 3 drinks. If it's $3, we getting 1 drink. $6, whatever it is. And I'm going to let y'all know that's what I'm going to do. CYP training, let's get it popping. Now let me piss y'all off. When it came down to Paul Williams, right, I was looking it up. And Paul Williams' reign was at 160. Sergio Martinez, Rinky Wright, that was 160. 147, he won the belt, lost it his next fight, then he moved up. Don't nobody care about that. He wasn't going to do shit at 147. The 160 Paul Williams could have fought Floyd. Floyd only moved up for 2 fighters, Cotto and Canelo. 2 pay-per-view stars where he made 20 plus, 30, 40 million. We all know that Paul Williams was a free boxer, a great boxer, but a free boxer. We all know that the blueprint is not for Floyd to fight black on black fighters because of pay-per-view buys. So we gonna sit here and act like Floyd should have fought 160. Paul Williams brought him down to 152 catch weight. Y'all would have gave him credit. Get real. You wouldn't have gave him no credit for that shit. He wasn't gonna go to 160 and fight him. You know that. That's totally unfair. Go up 2 weight classes. But be real. That Paul Williams shit is a myth, and the man say he didn't duck him. But it sounds good, feels good. CYP training, hit me on that dollar, man. Don't be cheap, man. Don't be cheap. Show me you love me by hating on me and you sending me a punk ass dollar. CYP out.
I love how he consistently
All
brings
right,
up
all
Paul
right.
Williams' interview in a wheelchair, not Paul Williams' interview as an active fighting fighter. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, Floyd didn't duck me when I'm in a wheelchair in retrospect, and I ain't got no career. Keith, what up?
Hello?
Yes. We hear you.
Hello?
We hear you, Keith. We just waiting on you. Keith. All right.
Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Alrighty then. Let's move on. We're going out to the 503. 503. Get
Who
your mic
that? Who
right.
that?
Get your mic right.
503
That's
coming to you.
Oregon. Joe Ray. What up?
Hey guys, good morning.
What up, Joe?
I
What it
just keep
do?
hearing, too much of this pay per view and who sells the most pay per view. Man, Canelo is admired in Mexico. There's over 120 million people. Wherever you go, great grandmothers, grandmothers, your sister, what everybody knows who Canelo is. Like that's not you can't compare him, with Tank at this point in his career. He's capitalizing out there he's making money. He's coming out to the U.S. and he's making money, and that's what people are basing it on, these pay-per-view numbers. But Canelo at this point in time is the face of boxing. Tank is on his way, but at this point in time, Canelo is the man, and you can't knock him. The casuals know who he is. My great grandmother asking, "Where's Canelo fighting?" You know what I mean? That's just how it is, and so Canelo's gonna hold it down, till he retires at this point. But come on, man. I've been in Guadalajara on Mexican Independence Day when he fought Golovkin, and they shut the city down, man. They had the mariachi out, they had the big screens all over downtown. Come on, man, you can't compare that. But yeah, definitely at this point in time, I'm sorry, fellas, but Canelo is the face of boxing at this point in time. Hey, man, y'all have a good morning. I'm out.
All right, champ. Appreciate you.
Yo, can I say something real quick?
Say something.
Yo, just want to get a shout out quick to Canelo, man, because during his moment, because that was his moment, right? They in his city, you know what he did? They took that mic and he said it. This is for my people. And tomorrow we have Checo Perez, which he came up second in the Formula One Grand Prix in Miami. So it was a great weekend for the Mexicans, man. Great weekend for the Mexican people. Who we got next?
All right. It looks like we got VA money.
What's going on, guys?
What up?
Obviously, in the conversation with the face of boxing, like the Brit said, I think it's like one of those pointless conversations. But if I did have to speak on it, I would say it was Canelo. He just has his fans have more representation in the sport. When he fights, the promotion does his rounds around the different sports networks in this country. You know what I mean? I don't know what they're talking about in Mexico, but in this country, ESPN talks about it, Fox Sports talks about it. I think I haven't been on boxing scene for a while, but before it used to be where Canelo fights used to get a lot of engagement inside the boxing scene, little forums and stuff like that. As far as Javante, in order for him to become the face of boxing, like Canelo said, you have to fight somebody. If you think about the last few superstars, Oscar, he fought all the guys coming up. He fought Sweet Pea, Chavez, Mayweather, same thing for all the guys. Judah, same thing for all the guys. Canelo, his resume at 25 is better than everybody's now. Period. You know what I mean? So, Tank, if he's not going to fight the guys, then he's not going to be the face of boxing. Just now we're having this entertainment boxing type stuff. He wants to jump in that lane and see like what he can do. Then maybe he can do that. That'll be new. But other than that, he's not going to be the face of boxing fighting. Hector Garcia, who's a good fighter, but that's not going to make you the face of boxing. That's like Sharmba Mitchell territory, So that's all I got.
Say what? Shout out, man.
Shout
Thank
out
you
to
for
you, champ.
calling in. Phone lines is lit. We keeping it moving. Matt Bent, 100. Kansas City, stand up. What's good?
Good morning.
Morning,
Matt
bro.
Good
Bent, what
morning,
up?
TBV.
Buenos dias.
Oh, listen. Buenos dias. Konnichiwa. Listen.
Listening.
Canelo is that face that he used to have two eyes, two ears, and a mouth, but he's a cyclops right now.
Oh.
He's losing the vision.
Oh.
Like me, I don't really care to watch so much anymore. I don't keep my ears open so much anymore. And I don't care to hear what he has to say so much anymore.
And why do you think that is? Like, do you think it was after the Bivol laws? Like, what was it for you?
I think even before, we got used to Canelo taking on big challenges, but you saw the traction going down when he went to that European tour. The traction was going down, and we expected it, like bigger fights. We wanted him to go. Bivol was a challenge, so For the hardcore fans, that brought the ears, the eyes, and the mouth on Canelo.
So you think the
But then
rematch
he
is good
lost.
then, right? If you think the rematch with
No, we don't want
Bivol,
to see the rematch.
but you just
We
said
don't, we don't want to see the
that the
rematch.
Bivol loss was good. So wouldn't you want? No.
No, not the loss. The fight. The fight was good. Leading up to the fight, okay, he's taking up challenges. He went to Europe, did his tour. Now he's hardcore fans. He's taking on a real challenge. We didn't see Rocky Fielding as a real challenge. We didn't see that the other guy, Yurdam, as a real challenge. It was just a show in Miami for the fans. We knew he's gonna get stopped. Eubank stopped him, so we didn't care. But we saw the fanfare. We did not see Ryder as a real challenge. Benavidez is the real challenge. If you want to get his next eye back and make us watch, he got to challenge Benavidez. Right now, if you look since the Garcia fight, I cannot turn on my Instagram. I cannot turn on my Twitter. I turn on YouTube. Everybody's talking about Garcia. He has the mouth. He got the eyes. I got I got young ladies at the daycare said, Sarah, you love boxing. Did you see that Tank Garcia fight? I'm like, you watch boxing? They're like, no, but I watched that fight. You know what I'm saying? Young women, 20, 22 years old. They don't fuck with boxing, but they watch that Tank fight with Garcia. So he has the eyes and the ears and the mouth right now. So he's the emerging face. Canelo's that old man's face. As far as the fights in your poll, boxing is like a box of chocolates, right? You guys know that. It's like a box of chocolates. I want to watch all of them. That's my call.
Matt Bent, thank you for calling in. Kansas City, stand up. Specifically, listen to that audio quality. He's using those Kenichi Bears, Hibernation 5s. So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to go ahead. This week, we'll be giving out one set of these. This is a brand new box of Kenichi Bears. This is a Hibernation 5. Has a detachable mic and attachable mic. You could use these to call into the show. You could use these if you're a gamer. You play, PlayStation or Xbox. Doesn't matter. These work for that. Connect to your cell phone, they work. Connect to your Bluetooth speakers and all that. Your desktops, your laptops also work. Use these to call in. So definitely head on over to kenichibear.com and get yourself a set of Hibernation 5s. But right here, we're going to be giving out a set. Uh, the way we'll do it is we'll do a raffle or something like that. Send like a $10 cash app to the dollar sign the boxing voice, and at the end of the week, we'll give it away to a lucky winner. And yeah, somebody will get that for $10. We're gonna go out too. We got more callers here. Who is this? Who is this? That looks like T in Toronto. Am I correct? And that is a no. 657.
Yo, what's good?
What up? Who's this?
This Web, man. How you doing, Nessie Danny?
I'm good. You said your name is
This
Rodney?
Web, Rodney.
Rodney,
Yeah,
what's
Rodney.
good?
What's good? Hey, man. I'll be quick. I'll be quick with it, but I'll say this. So, Canelo is the face of boxing, and what we ain't gonna do is sit on one fighter to build up another fighter. But you see Tank coming. Les, you know how it was when you was a teenager? Your balls finally dropped, little hairs on your chest, and your dad right there choosing, okay, he's coming to man now. That's Tank. He's on his way. There's nothing wrong with that. That just shows the growth of boxing. Canelo's closer being to an old head than he is a young boy. We're having a low level conversation. The real conversation is where does Canelo stand historically? That's cemented. That can't change. Face of boxing is always going to change hands. So I think it's a low level conversation. Where does Canelo stack up historically? That's what the conversation's on, and where I sit from my point of view, I don't nitpick. I think Canelo is in a sweet spot where he can give opportunity
opportunities take opportunities. So therefore, to much is given, much is required. The heaviest crown, heavy the head, where's the crown? So my question to you is, where does Canelo stack up historically? Does he crack top five, top 10, top 20? That's the real question I have with him. And like for me, it's like, well, they say, you know, he's the best Mexican. Okay, so who does that mean he's better than? Cesar Chavez? Well, where do you put Cesar Chavez? Top five, top three? Even if you put Cesar Chavez top 10, I think that's a low level conversation for Canelo to say he's the greatest Mexican. That's like me saying I'm black, but I'm the greatest swimmer. Where they do that at? I think Canelo's in a unique situation where he can crack the top five. But in order to do that, the greats already set the standard, and he's going to have to go down a rabbit hole where there's no guarantees, and that's what makes people great. So face of boxing, I like Canelo. I think that's just a low quality conversation for him. No, where does he rank historically, and what does he have to do to crack the top 10, to crack five? And Eddie Reynoso is going to have to sit down and talk to him and be like, yo, are we going for legacy now to be all-time great? Because when you doing barbershop talk or you kicking it with people and you already know how it goes, man, you splitting hairs at that point. Ain't nobody gonna come in there and say he did this, he sold this many pay-per-views, he did this, he did that. No, who did he beat? When did he beat him? How did he look? And who did he lose to? That's what's going to matter on top of your accomplishments. So face of boxing, he sold this, he sold that. That's for regular people. I don't think Canelo's a regular boxer, and I don't think he should be in those conversations. I think he should be, no, it's time to see. He's been in the game long enough where his body of work is like LeBron. People already got LeBron either one, two, or three. He ain't done playing, but his body of work is already proven. So his commitment's not wet. Canelo still got work to do. But my question to you is, where do you place Canelo now historically?
Yeah, man, I'm just not one of those dudes, bro. I don't really care. I don't have like Muhammad Ali at number one and Floyd at number two. I'm more like, what have you done for me lately, man? You made it to the books. You made it to the books. Who cares what position in the books? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's not really. I never gave it thought, so I don't even have an answer for you when it comes to where would I have Canelo in the history books. Definitely, I would say one of the top though of all time. You know what I mean? He's been monumental in this sport. I got Jin Ryu $5 super chat. Salute TBV and family. Canelo has a strong following in Great Britain. Even Eddie Hearn wants to do a crossover the pond and do big numbers. Salute. Jack the artist, $5 super chat says Canelo fights mandatories. It's a problem. Canelo goes and takes all the belts from people who had them. It's a problem. How can he satisfy you guys? He can't. That's how you know you're the face of boxing. But that's why Tank is being put in that conversation because no matter what they do, they love it and they hate it. We got JRGV1. $5 super chat. What did Canelo do with Billy Joe in Texas? 70,000. Looks like we got Rico in. Where are you calling in from, Rico? What is this? Louisiana.
Sir. Hey, y'all can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got a quick question. Barry Bonds is not considered the greatest baseball player because of steroid allegations. So how can Canelo be the face of boxing when he's tested positive for steroids? That's a cheater.
Mm-hmm.
So he has an asterisk by his name because he cheated. So you don't know what level Canelo is on without the PED. So how could he be considered the face of boxing?
Do
when
you know?
He cheated before.
Do you know that he's been on 365 since then?
Yeah, but it's not. And has he looked the same? He didn't look good Saturday.
But he's winning, right?
After the sixth round,
but he's winning.
It doesn't matter about winning or losing.
Oh, it don't matter.
When people want to see, boxing is a vicious sport. People love Tank because of vicious knockouts. That's why people love Tank. They don't love Tank because he's an excellent boxer. No, they have better boxers than Tank.
So yesterday's fight,
people out.
Saturday's fight didn't look made for TV with all that blood. That's what you're telling us.
No, it didn't look good, man. It was a elevated sparring session.
You bugging, man.
Honestly, it was an elevated sparring
And
session
and
in
and
my
and let
opinion.
me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight.
I
Let
wanted
me
to see
get this
Canelo knock this far
straight.
out.
Let me get this straight. Why was it an elevated sparring session?
It's just because Canelo had him hurt and he couldn't finish. Whenever you're a great boxer, the face of boxing, whenever you have a wounded animal, you have to be able to go in for the kill. Canelo usually would go in for the kill.
How many kills did Floyd get when he was the face of boxing?
Man, Floyd paid for people because people wanted to see Floyd lose.
So you got different standards for different people. You got different standards for different people.
No, hold up.
Yes,
so
you
was
do.
Floyd ever
Yes,
a
you
monster?
do.
Hold up.
Canelo got to get the knockout, and Floyd don't.
No, hold up. Why can't I get my point off?
I'm just saying, you trying to talk over me. I'm just saying, you talking over me. I'm making it clear that you're saying Canelo got to knock people out because Tank knocks people out. But when Floyd was the face of boxing, he ain't got to knock people out.
No, I'm talking about it's about the manner at which you win. Floyd was so great because people couldn't hit him. People were going there trying to knock his head off, and they couldn't fucking touch the man.
Brother, so I'll ask you one more question then. How
90
many rounds
seconds.
did you give John Ryder?
How many rounds did I give John Ryder?
That's what I said.
You know what? I give John Ryder about 3 rounds.
Okay. So it was a Floyd Mayweather, and let me finish. Let me finish. It was a Floyd Mayweather level of outcome, 9-3. But you saying Canelo got to get the knockout, but he can't do what Floyd
60
do.
seconds.
He can't pitch a shutout 9-3. That's not good enough. You see your bias, but you do see your bias, right? So how about Gamboa? Was Gamboa glorified spawn session?
No, you wanna point out my biases? Can I point out your biases?
Go
you
for
did
it.
shows about Tank not being the face of biases. For a week, you were saying this about Ryan Garcia. Ryan is this, Ryan is that. What happened to Ryan? So are you biased?
You a lie. You a lie. If you want to talk,
no, I'm not.
if you want to talk, don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie. What did I say Ryan was? What did I say Ryan was?
10 seconds.
I said Ryan will never be at the top level of boxer ever. He doesn't have good fundamentals.
So go ahead and tell the world what I said.
Hold up. Let me.
No, because you taking too fucking long. You said I said something, but you ain't quoting me. You taking too long. Don't say I said Ryan is anything, because I never said Ryan is nothing more than what he is. I never said he was nothing more. So say it. What I say? What I say?
200 professional fights. That has to mean something. You were saying all that, man. And I said,
man, I'm gonna get you the fuck out of here, bro. I ain't got time for you, man.
$2 super
you
chat.
gotta go, bro.
$2 super chat
if
from
I
Chris.
say somebody got 225 amateur fights, what is that me saying Ryan all this about Ryan? Because I told you his amateur
to
record.
Not discredit him and to let
Shut
it be
your
known
stupid
that
ass up, man. I'm telling y'all gotta talk into the mirror before you
got
call
some experience.
in.
$2 super chat from Chris celebrating the first super chat ever. Says
trying
this
to
dude,
fucking lie.
He said this dude sounds like Courage, the cowardly dog. Shout out for the soupy. Appreciate all super chats. Jack the artist, $2 says they never mentioned Tank opposition. Better get KOs. He's saying everybody better be knocked out with that lineup.
We got C's. What up in Washington?
What up? What up? What up? Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Oh, what up, Nash? What up, Ringwalk? How you guys doing?
Sensation.
Man, bro, I'm over here looking at you guys. I'm over here looking at the chat, bro. And I think this is the biggest problem in boxing, bro. Fucking big writing fan bases that, try to play down other boxers' career. Period. Canelo got his little fan base that downplays everybody. Tank got his fan base, Floyd, etc., bro. I think the fact that we all do this bias shit where like we play down Canelo for bringing down Haddon, bringing up Haddon for his first world title, but we champion Tank bringing up Leo Santa Cruz. We champion Earl Spence bringing up Mikey Garcia.
Well, let's be
like
real.
that shit.
Let's be real. When Canelo fought Hatton, it wasn't even the real fucking title. You know what I mean?
And big facts though, and that's facts though. But what I'm trying to be like, it's just like what I'm trying to say is like we got people that champion this shit, and then try to nitpick Canelo's career. Like bro, like it's because you're a Tank fucking fan base, you're an Earl Spence fan base, and then like that shit goofy to me, that shit corny to me, bro. Like why don't we all just like fucking be happy that we got boxing, motherfuckers are doing great shit, motherfuckers are challenging each other. Like what the fuck, like this shit goofy and corny as fuck to me. Motherfuckers want to talk about steroids because it was Canelo tested positive, but then they go turn around and champion fucking Shane Mosley. He tested positive against De La Hoya. What's up with that? You know what I mean? But same thing with Evander Holyfield. The motherfucker tested positive for steroids too, but we still put him up as a legend. Like what's up with that, bro? It's just that his hypocrisy shit is ruining boxing, politics in boxing, and fucking dick riding fan base is ruining boxing for me. C's out. That's my call.
C's, thank you for
Appreciate
calling in.
the call, my guy.
We going out. New caller, Tampa, Florida. Who's this? Where you calling from? 941, excuse me, 941. 941. Yo,
Hello.
That's you, champ.
941. Talk to us, yo. Ain't that Texas? Feel like that's
You
Texas.
scared? You scared?
All right, going on
If
to
you
the
scared,
next caller.
get a dog. All right, we out. Yo, Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. On to the next one, 12 o'clock.
10
If you a
10 a.m.
YouTube
Yeah,
member,
10 a.m. for the YouTube members.
if you a YouTube member, we going live at 10 a.m. for Untitled, where we sit back, relax, talk movies, TV shows, girls, politics. Not really politics.
Yo, any of my, I'm gonna send you the video because I want your thoughts. Any of my NBA guys that saw the Suns game and the Denver game, I want your thoughts on the Jokic. We're gonna touch on that because obviously that's making a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna send you the video. That's making a lot of waves right now. But catch us 10 a.m.
West Virginia trying you one more time. West Virginia 3 times the charm. What up, what up, what up, what up? All right, y'all just listening in West Virginia. We out. Actually,
Jay Boogie said, like my baby mother said, once a cheater, always a cheater.
Super chat.
Yes, $2 from King B83 said, Clenetoroid is washed. Get over it. Cleneloroid. Yeah.
We
cool.
read it. We read
That's
it.
GTO, Ringwalk Danny, the boxing voice, 10 a.m. for all of our YouTube members. Champ.
Peace.
Champ.